everyone! Welcome back to Misty Mountain Streaming. I'm the D&D Wannabe, my name is Rob, and look at these beautiful people who have joined me tonight.
Hey.
It's pretty much the same people as last time, if you didn't tune in last time.
Really?
I mean, roughly.
Right.
Who are you?
I mean, I should hope so.
Alright,
But, you know.
I promised to fix Levi's cam, so give me just a second here.
You don't want to
Are you, like, inflating it?
Yes.
Little behind the scenes, in front of the scenes work here. Beautiful! You're mostly centered in everything.
That's better than I've ever done in my life before.
Not emotionally or personally centered, just in the frame.
Oh. Okay.
We're not going to unpack that right now.
Let's
Anyway.
not. No, we're here to do other things. First of all, welcome. Welcome to the folks who are hanging out with us in the chat. Please let us know how we are looking and sounding. From where I'm sitting, we're looking and sounding wonderful, but you are all better appreciators of that than me. Hello to Leo Yeager, and to Evelyn May, and to Junebug, who are all hanging out with us in the chat already. Welcome, and thank you for being here so early, so punctually. And hi, Sarah! Sarah is here!
Hey, Sarah.
Hi.
Forgot the stream was going tonight, so excited to be here. This is a great night to be here, because it is another giveaway night! It is my first stream of the new month, and we passed our goal last month. So, we have some hollow dice to give away. I am going to be fishing them out now. Exclamation point giveaway will give you the link and the details on how to potentially win some of these for yourself. They are a set...
I'll type mine in now.
Ah, yes. These are a set of the Dragon's Lair dice that are available on the website, but they are a different style than the ones available on the website because they are a different color.
Oh.
So
Can you show them up close?
I'm going to try. I'm going to be showing it to Twitch.
Oh, we don't get fine.
You can tab over to Twitch.
See,
Ooh.
Dragon's
The
Lair.
dragon
Wow.
behind the dice.
Isn't Dragon's Lair the class that Donkey was in Shrek?
No, that was, yes, very close. Not to be confused with Dragon Slayer. No, quite different. So they got little dragons behind the numbers. They make the wonderful, typical sound when they are jingled together. So roll your attack and damage together, of course. And these are going to be sent to somebody next week. Probably make it to you in time for Christmas.
Ooh.
Speaking of Christmas, we have a new sub-goal for this month. Just like our October one was based on the days of Halloween, the November one was based on how many years I've been on the planet. This month's sub-goal is based on how many days till Christmas. So we are 5 towards our 25 subs goal for the month to give away another set of hollow dice, which are back there, which I could have gotten and showed to you, but didn't. I don't want to confuse you with multiple sets of hollow dice. These are the ones you're winning. We'll talk about those later.
I think you should show the other ones just for the vibes, though. You know, 'cause they're pretty and dice. Shit.
Maybe after the break. Leo Yeager going ahead and giving 5 away. We are 2/5.
Oh.
2/5 of the way. I'm making sure my homeschool math is correct. 2/5 of the way there. Already, we haven't even rolled a die yet. Here, I'm gonna roll a die so I can't say that again. Oh, that was a 17. I wasted that. Thank you, Leo.
Waste your rolls. Waste them.
Newcomers.
Yeah, get all the good rolls out.
Newcomers Alpha Begona, Luke Skywalker, and Nasty are new recipients of Leo's generosity, as well as community moderator The Existential Nerd, who I didn't know was not subscribed. So you caught him at a good time.
Luke Skywalker? What Star Wars character is that?
It's
We're not gonna get into that.
one of the handy ones. One of them. As usual, guys, we have our channel point redemptions turned on as well. So if you are wanting to help the party in different ways, you are able to do so. Be sure to look below our various frames to see if we need inspiration or guidance. Guidance are the little red pyramids. Inspirations are the little yellow D20s. And no PC's accomplice for the group yet for the session. I'm sure we'll get that. And hello, Irish Mac, community moderator Irish Mac. How is it going, friend? Good to see you here. Other than that, announcements-wise, we are in Columbus and Fort Worth at conventions this weekend. Obviously, I'm not at either one, but various members of us are. We are not doing any more shows for the calendar year. Everybody's getting the holidays off of shows. So this is the last one for the year. Or the last two for the year. So if you're around, please go say hi. Oh, and there's the PC's accomplice and inspiration already rolling in.
Oh my god, thank you.
Everyone's stacked up now.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead.
We're gonna need
Crush it.
Let's do this.
You'll probably be fine. I'm not planning to kill anyone
you
this
said that
session.
last time. I don't trust you anymore.
I say
Well,
it
you
every
were
We're
trust
time.
fine last time.
How about you guys?
Fair enough.
Are there any developments in your worlds? Are there any things worth letting the community know about before we begin? Oh, well, it looks like Rose may have something, as a matter of fact.
Oh, I'm so surprised you guessed that. I have something to announce. I am thrilled, beyond thrilled, to announce that D20 Tales, where Katya, I think, is there, and I are both from, has recently announced our brand new campaign. We are going to be starting a new... Oh, I don't know if I can relay that detail. A new a detailed campaign that I cannot spoil, titled Plane Striders. It has details.
Striders.
Plane Striders.
Not planes walkers, but
Nope.
striders.
Plane Striders.
Okay.
So, you can take a wild guess as to what's going to be going on in that campaign.
You better hold on to your pants, because oh my god, I'm so excited to see what it's gonna come to.
So stoked. So, if you want to head over to the 20 Tales YouTube, if you want to, we are putting out behind-the-scenes content as we get ready to film our first season, and then we should be releasing very, very soon. So, yay! That's our announcement.
Do I have a command set up for y'all in Stream Elements yet, where people can just
No, we
type in?
don't.
I'm going to be doing that. So, Levi, talk for roughly 60 seconds and distract the chat.
Thanks,
Paul
Levi.
Scorin, 70 years ago, I wore a funny hat.
What are your wedding vows, my friend?
Oh my gosh, Rose, what was your plan there? What were you trying to accomplish with this scheme of yours?
Oh no,
I
understand what you were trying
wanted to
do,
bring
which
joy
is-
and chaos, truly. In my soul, that is all I desired. And secondarily, I think, me personally, think it'd be a really fun little time to, have a nice little funky, fun little pseudo wedding. It can be a real wedding, I don't know, if you guys want.
Impromptu.
Or it can be a pseudo wedding.
Well,
Oh,
I'm already-
wait. I thought your intention was for us to get those red thingies so it would be able to get to those bandits and try to ambush them from within. But
That was a goal. And then it
Okay,
just so happened that I
great.
could also say that you guys were, getting engaged, and I was thrilled to do so. My primary goal was, yes, to get a piece of red fabric. It just so happened that the way that I got the red fabric...
I just feel like there was easier steps to get to a piece of free red fabric than telling other people were getting married. That's just I feel like that wasn't needed.
I will say, the shopkeep themselves brought up the idea. I just, helped it flourish, okay?
He just called them a couple.
Yeah. I just,
Because they were
build
two
it
people.
upon-
Technically,
Well,
that
that's what
constitutes a couple. Did I see... We got a $65 tip from Sarah? What the hell, girl? Thank you!
Oh,
Wow! What?
goodness
you.
me.
Oh geez, yeah.
Thanks, friend.
Good. I think that's gonna stay there for a while.
Damn.
Tips don't come in a lot
Hard
on
to
this
beat.
channel. You are gonna get all the recognition that deserves. That's bragging rights. Wow,
Stay up for a
and that
hot
is
minute.
wonderful for
Thank
us.
you,
I'm gonna
Sarah.
have to find something to do with tip money. I don't get it, so I don't know what to do with it.
Where do I put it?
Ooh. I know what I'll do. I'll use that and try and get some flatbread for when I have to eat the surströmming, so I can have something pleasant in my mouth.
Yeah,
Because that has
that's
been
probably a
ordered.
good
It is
idea.
on the way. That is going to happen. We paid for it. It's being
Gluttons.
shipped to me. I will show it off on stream when it comes in. The boss man really wants to wait for fellow Twitch viewer Harbinger Viking to do it with us, and he lives on the opposite coast. So I'm not sure. It may not be during Christmas time like we were hoping, but I'm hoping that we'll just make that a reason that I get to see Harbinger Viking over Christmas time. That would be great. I will absolutely get ourselves a alcoholic or non-alcoholic drink.
You need one,
Sarah.
honestly.
I don't have one tonight. I've decided to take a break from all of that until Christmas. So
Nice.
we're this is going to be a very sobering episode. If you all die because I'm in a slightly worse mood, this is why.
Oh, great. Honestly,
Ooh,
I would not
thank
be
you, Sarah.
surprised if... Honestly, I would not be surprised if you're gonna need a drink after the episode, just because, like, god damn it, they did it again.
Y'all do have that effect on me.
Herding cats, you know.
You're gonna have
We
to,
love you too.
drink a celebratory champagne for the newlyweds.
There you
I swear to God.
I've got coffee. That's a beverage that starts with C, where that'll have to do. Okay, guys.
All right.
What say we play a little Dungeons and Dragons tonight, eh? Everybody got dice? I've only got my D20s out right now because I think that's all I'm gonna need until y'all surprise me. Oh, Levi, that looks an awful lot like the one I'm using. Hold that
Is
up
it?
again. Hold that up again.
Oh.
Oh, no, yours is slightly more green.
Ah.
You go to
interesting.
your right, I think. You're not on screen. There it is.
I'm on Twitch.
Oh yeah, for that one, yeah. Okay, I can see you now.
Oh yeah.
That is remarkable.
I'll
I've had
stick
these for a
more
couple
blue.
years.
This is another Elder Rune set. These are
The
my
Elder Runes set are
favorite.
quite pretty.
I
Well,
like
then.
I like simple. I'm a man of simple pleasures. I like heavy dice, big numbers, because my eyesight's going, because I'm getting older. I'll make you laugh at some point, Sam.
Sam is a somber man. He's
Oh,
a
I-
samber man.
It's your pick.
Sarah
That's fine.
continuing her generosity. 5 more subs were gifted.
Oh my God.
Wow,
Oh,
but that is
Crushing that sub goal.
3/5. This is my first stream of the month. Coming up with stretch goals is hard, and y'all are gonna make me do it.
Ha! Do
Work,
it again.
work you.
Next stretch goal is
Thank
going to
you,
be
Sarah.
putting you on a stretch
Wonderful.
Oh, damn. That one dark real quick.
back. How many turns can Rob take?
I, as always, will offer to do the recap. But would anyone else be interested in doing it out of sheer frivolity and fun?
Not it.
Oh, Rose
I'll
is
do it.
excited. Go for it.
No,
You're
don't.
You're never gonna let me do the recap again.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's true. I could tell.
This is-
A merry, wondrous band of adventurers after having, survived the harrowing walk out of the woods into Phandalin, not Phandelver, Phandalin. Unloaded their wares and had a wonderful time meeting with their most recent shopkeep, who paid them half of their originated, disagreed upon wage, and for the first half of the supplies, that was a struggle, and will promise to give them the second half upon the next following day. It is now evening, and they have found and secured lodgings at the local inn, as well as secured, the trust and adoration of every single town member in the area due to the upcoming nuptials of both Nia and Emannuel, who are now fiancés, according to our dear shopkeep of the general town. Zentris is selling his wares, and, our merry band of adventurers is having a great little time, watching some fuckers run around with... Oh, there's danger, by the way. So there's a group of people that have been... Oh, my notes disappeared. They've been terrorizing the local town, and I say people, vague humanoids, I think, have been terrorizing the local town, and, stealing and keeling and killing and making people go poof. Probably
Red
connected to the Red Brand Bandits or whatever the fuck they're called.
Close enough.
This has gone downhill very fast because I don't have my notes in front of me right now. There's a spooky castle on the hill as well.
All of these things are true. Since we
That
got
is
to
it.
the danger, I don't think I even really have too much to add to that. I do have a request from the chat noting that Nia was a little quiet, so I've turned you up. Sorry for little bits of Discord overlay popping up over people's faces. Also, a request from Irish Mac. Sam, I'm going to need you to tone it down on the schmexiness, please. It's too distracting from the game.
Yeah, Sam, what gives?
Oh, sorry. I had to tone myself down.
All right.
Hey, you might say on a scale of 10 out of 10, he's a natural 20.
That's a D&D joke for you
my
people out
goodness.
there who don't know how dice work. Anyways, if
Nerd.
there even are any of you on this channel. So, that is pretty much precisely where we left off. Zentris, you are outside unloading a cart outside of Barthen's Provisions, the general store in the town of Phandalin. Unloading different articles from the back of the cart that Gundren brought here with a young boy named Aspen, as I recall.
Yep.
And you come across the pelts that you had collected. Hoping to sell those, you kind of set them aside as you finish unloading the cart so you can do whatever it is that you want to with them and not lump them in with Gundren's things. The rest of the crew is kind of just chilling in the town square for the moment in front of the store, and has just finished debriefing one another kind of on the general situation, that there are these cats in red scarves going around, kind of causing problems and have the population on edge.
Okay.
And we still don't know about the wedding, by the way.
Yeah, we don't know.
Oh, yeah.
What wedding?
No.
What?
That's gonna be some fun news.
So I will finish help unloading them, making sure that's all done. There's just a couple things that I'd like to sell for all of us that I have on me. What was it? I've got I'll hold on to it for now. Never mind. So then honestly, I was just gonna go over to the miner's house and go see why I was being summoned.
Okay. Are you going alone, surreptitiously? Are you walking in broad daylight? Are you telling your friends? Just so I know.
I would honestly, so since they were all off in the other direction and that was going the same way, I think I would just walk over to the house.
You know,
And
I was about to say I think that is fair and fine. We kind of had asides with the other three last session. And we can start off with giving you a little moment here. I will say, I'm not sure if Rose knows her camera is off, but it is off at the moment.
She does. She says she had to do something real quick. She'll be right back.
Okie dokie. Cool. So long as that's not an error or, an accident.
She'll return momentarily.
All right. So Zentris, you begin walking towards the Phandalin Miners Exchange. Of the different buildings in town, this one seems pretty well put together. It has a fresh coat of paint. The roof seems to be in good repair compared to the ones around it. It is not a small building by any means, but it is single story. And you notice that the curtains on the windows, aside from all the other buildings in town, are black. You remember the woman that beckoned you here before, a woman in her mid-30s, dark hair, dark dress, white blouse. And as you were approaching the building, you realized that she left the door ever so slightly ajar when she retreated back inside.
okay. I would walk up and slightly push the door open, trying to see if I could hear or notice anything before I walk in.
Okay. As I recall, you're a pretty perceptive individual. What you hear is... first of all, I suppose the smell is what hits you. There is incense burning inside. A pleasant smell, a smell that you wouldn't expect to find in such a rustic town. Full-bodied and lavender and heady, almost. As far as the sound, you hear sound of wood scraping on wood. And as you gently push the door open, you can see that there is a woman inside, rearranging furniture. She's currently pulling a rocking chair up to a table across from another one, as though making herself ready for a guest.
Okay.
You don't detect, with your senses, anyone else in the building.
Okay. Then I will just knock on the door slightly.
Okay?
Hello. Is anyone there?
The woman rises to her full height, which is not quite equal with yours, smooths the front of her dress, and then folds her hands over the front of it, and says, "I am here. Come in, shut the door behind you, if you would."
Okay. I come in and I shut the door and walk up to her.
She gestures with one hand towards one of the two rocking chairs. You notice that the interior is well lit. There are several lanterns spaced throughout the building to provide a warm interior, even though no natural light penetrates the dark curtains. The front of this exchange seems to be set as a small sort of foyer. There's furniture and tables, and it seems like a comfortable place where one could relax or spend an afternoon. There's even a small little rolling hand tray bar with a couple of bottles set on it, some open, some not. And then there's a desk that is almost the length of the building, or the width of the building, with a high-backed, high-seated chair to be able to see over it, with a large closed and locked tome sitting on top of it, and then a short stair going up and a short stair going down on different areas, progressing to different areas of the building. Waiting until you are seated, she sits across from you, smooths her dress once again, and places her hands on the table next to, just gently folded. She seems very poised, which is, it's not something that you were unaccustomed to, but not necessarily something you were expecting to find here.
I would just slightly like hold my hands together while I look into her. Is there something I can help you with?
I certainly hope so. My name is Halia Thornton. I run the exchange here. And you are?
My name is Zentris.
Zentris. It is good to meet you. You are not from here, I take it. I have not seen you before, and I do try to stay abreast of the events in town.
No, we are just currently passing through bringing provisions to Barthens. So yes, I'm not from here. I'm from Riverdeep.
I see. Are you planning to stay in Phandalin long?
I'm not 100% sure right now. Currently, we're just passing through, but I know we have a couple of loose ends that we've got to tie up, and so that might keep us here for a day or two.
Loose ends?
Oh, just finishing up some business deals and getting fully paid and things along those lines.
Ah, yes. Such things can be complicated outside of the city.
Yes.
Well, first and foremost, I wished to introduce myself. If there's anything that you need in the city that I can provide, I would be happy to do so for an appropriate fee, of course. It is my business to handle business in Phandalin, such as there is business in Phandalin. I hope you understand.
Okay. I would really appreciate that, because I know one thing that we need to take care of is our wagon is not in the best of shape. And so we weren't really sure of where to take that to get that fixed.
I can make the arrangements for you, if you wish. Is it the wheels, the axle, the bed?
The wheels.
I see. Not difficult whatsoever. Though, given the state of things in Phandalin at the moment, it may be a matter of days before I can get it fully repaired.
Okay. That's, I mean, not a problem with us anyway for us to get back safer.
Of course, and that is our ultimate goal. I know that you haven't been here long and that you aren't planning on staying, but I assume that a man such as yourself has noticed that Phandalin is not well at the moment. It is not functioning as well as we might hope it would be, if you take my meaning.
Seems like quite the distant city.
That it is, and its remote nature makes it very difficult to receive help in any measure when things go wrong. As such, Phandalin has had to become quite self-sufficient in recent years. Not something that it is failed to do, but recent events have made that, well, recent events have somewhat marginalized our ability to remain so. Have you met any of the ruffians in the red scarves as yet?
No, I have not.
They're a troublesome bunch, a group of bandits and ne'er-do-wells and scallywags that have rolled into town in surprisingly large numbers, and yet we're at somewhat of a loss as to how to handle them. Most of the people here in Phandalin are peaceful folk, and such violence, such coarseness, is outside of our realm of expertise. Is it within your realm, sir?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I would love to do anything that I can to help the people of this city, but I don't know if me alone has the abilities or the resources to stop a large group like this currently.
As you're talking, she rises from her chair and begins to pace around her chair and around the table behind you. And as you were finishing your phrase, you feel her hand reach down and place itself on your shoulder and gently caress it. She says, "I believe you do yourself a disservice, sir. Even a casual observer can tell that you are trained. You have exercised yourself to make use of this body of yours in ways that would likely shock and startle me, were you to go into great detail. Is that not so?" She takes her hand off of you and takes a few paces away.
I look into her eyes and go, yes, there's many different ways I have the ability to control my body, but at the end of the day, I am one man. And so...
But you are one man in good company, she interrupts you.
I do say that I do have a few others who are with me, and their abilities are quite impeccable as well. Maybe if us together would be able to bring up a good challenge against this red band ruffians.
I am rather counting on it, Mr. Zentris. A woman in full armor, a towering beast of a man, and one of the Fey folk. Not to mention Sildar Hallwinter, who has graced this town before, a capable group. As I said... Oh, I beg your pardon.
I just don't want to speak for other mouths. I would like to say that I would do my best and help any way I can. I just can't speak for anyone else at this moment.
I'm sure you will be persuasive.
I will.
Now, as I said, business in Phandalin is my business. If you would ask anything of me, I expect to be well compensated, and since I intend to ask something of you, I want to assure you that you will be compensated as well. I'm not asking you to entirely rid us of every red brand in the town. That would be folly, frankly. What I wish is for the Red Brand Ruffian's leader to be removed. Take off the serpent's head, as it were. The body might thrash for a moment, but it will ultimately fail. Do you understand my meaning?
Indeed.
Excellent. For this service, I am prepared to offer you a sum of 100 gold pieces. I need not know the details. I will know whether the job is done successfully or not when the red brands cease to become a problem, and you will be well compensated for your time. You're welcome to tell the others of your cadre whatever sum you like that I have promised you. You may be forthcoming, or you may take the lion's share for yourself. Regardless, 100 gold pieces for his elimination.
Seems reasonable.
I thought as much. I hope that I can trust in your assistance in this matter. If not for you, I don't know where our help will come from, and I would rather not trade one problem for another. Salvation takes so many different forms, and some of them are not any more preferable than the previous predicament.
I agree. I would much rather be an asset to Phandalin than leave as any sore spot.
As would I, Mr. Zentris. I hope this is the beginning of a fruitful relationship between the two of us.
I hope so too.
She starts to walk back behind that long countertop, and before she does, she calls over her shoulder and says, "You're welcome to leave the way you came. I shall lock up after you have gone, or help yourself to anything from the cart," she says, gesturing towards her little rolling bar, and then pauses and looks over her shoulder and says, "You did say Waterdeep, right?"
I did.
Excellent. If you'll excuse me, Mr. Zentris, I have much yet to do. And she gets and takes a few steps up, lifting her skirt gently to get into that large, high-backed chair. Takes a key out of her dress pocket, because absolutely her skirt has pockets, and unlocks the book and starts scribbling away.
Okay. I shall quietly take my leave and shut the door behind me
Okay.
and make my way to everybody else.
As you are leaving, you could swear there's no chance she got up from that chair and crossed all the way to the door, but you hear the turn of a lock as you close the door.
Okay.
And you see your friends are essentially where you left them, in the middle of the town square. Speaking to one another as you did, and not really wanting to engage with unloading the cart, it took you a moment to notice that Zentris was not where you left him. But about the time you notice and turn your head one way or another, you see him walking across the square from the Miners' Exchange towards you all again.
Well, everyone, more fun news. We have a new job, but there's some I would like to talk to you in secret.
Why are you blushing?
Why are you blushing?
I'm not blushing. Am I blushing? Oh no! Did I catch some sort of disease while we were in that forest? Nia panically looks at
Nia.
Levi and Zentris like, am I blushing? What?
I'm allergic
fine,
to open hair.
I told you I don't like forest. Ah!
Okay.
So would you guys like to make it to the inn and we can all conversate there?
Well, we do have rooms, and I hold up the keys.
Oh, great.
Lovely. Sleeping in a
Zentris,
bed. Finally.
Yes, beds for all.
Oh, thank
We only have two, so I'm guessing Zentris and Emannuel are in one, and Nia and I are in the other. Yes. Yeah.
Sure,
Sounds
fine with me.
cool. And then I will hand Zentris one of the keys, and turn around and head towards the inn.
There we go. That's better.
All right. Everyone going together?
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. You are all met by the inn as described last session to just Tyria. It is a 2-story building, mostly stone exterior, warm and welcoming interior with a good bit of commotion. You kind of get the same reaction as when you went into Barthen's and into the Stonehill Inn earlier, where people kind of look as soon as the door opens, with a little bit of a less exaggerated response, since you're kind of expected this time. But you all still get the sense, especially this being Zentris' first time interacting with it, outside of Halia, who did not have that reaction at all, that this town is a little bit jumpy. Toblin, Trelina has disappeared for the time being. You still see a halfling kid and a human boy chasing each other under tables and chairs and being general scamps. But Toblin calls out and says, rooms are ready for you upstairs. Just if you need anything, I'm Toblin, and my lovely... He kind of looks around as he's saying lovely, like I hope she hears. Wife, Trelina is around somewhere. Just let us know.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. She gave you the keys.
Yes, I have mine.
Good. He just kind of gestures towards the stairwell behind him and goes back to wiping down a spill on the bar top.
Well, would you guys like to go to one of the rooms so we can speak?
Let's go. And I'll just head up without really knowing exactly where I'm going and find a room that matches, I'm guessing, a room number on a key?
Yes, so the upstairs the stairs take you to a hallway that kind of pierces the building in the middle, and there's 3 rooms on each side that are the entirety of the second floor. And your keys all go along one side. You are rooms 1, 3, and Sildar's was 5. Rose, Tyria, you will remember that from him giving his key. You did not see him downstairs. He might be in his room or might have gone on to see Harbin.
Great. So, the rest of you 3, we have rooms, it seems 1, 3, and then, I believe Sildar's in 5. Do you care which one you're in, if you're in 1 or 3? I think, no? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Then Nia and I'll take 3, you 2 will be in 1. We'll just stay in 3 for the time being. I don't really know where Sildar is, but he said we'd see him in the morning, so,
Should be around somewhere.
yeah, this isn't a very large place. You can't really lose a man.
No,
Unless you don't treat him right.
Well, please come in. Go into
Yes.
we can speak about what I was told.
Okay. Ominous.
You gonna make it, Kaya?
I'm fine. Yeah, no, sorry. It's just the casual shade just fucking like out of nowhere. I'm just impeccable. Do continue. Professionalism. Yes, that is me. Hi.
I will take a quick glance, make sure nobody else is in the hallway, and then close the door as the rest of them file in and lock it behind us.
Everything happens as you hope.
I should expect so. Thank you.
Are you, just for my benefit for the future, since you guys are planning split guys and gals and you have rooms 1 and 3, have you decided who is in which, so I can note it for later?
We're in
Yeah.
1.
Boys in 1? Okay. Sorry, I was paying a little bit of attention to the chat there for a second, and I must have missed that detail. Alright, the room is... Y'all are gonna have fun with this. It's a single bed to a room. It is a full bed. It's not a twin.
They were roommates.
But
They
come
were
on.
roommates.
There's
Oh my
there's
God.
there's a rug on the floor. There is an outward-facing window in each room. There is a basin and pitcher and towel for freshening yourself up in the morning. There is a sleeper trunk at the foot of the bed to place some personal belongings. It has a lock and a key on top of it in case you want to secure your possessions. There's a couple of pegs on the wall for coats and hats or anything that you might want to be taking off and hang through the evening. A little bedside table. It's pretty modestly furnished. Oh, and a small, quite small, by Emmanuel standards, a writing desk and chair.
Lovely.
Seems spacious.
Think
For
it
how
was
underfurnished it is not a small room.
I slept,
okay.
so. Okay, on to the task at hand. So, I was pulled over to the miners' exchange by a Miss Holly. Apparently, she is the one who runs the majority of the businesses here in town. And as everyone else is having issues, she's having issues with these red band ruffians. And before I continue, I will stop and listen to make sure there's no one outside, no one's listening in.
You are welcome to make a perception check.
Roll.
And I'm adding Halia Thornton to our NPC list.
Uh-oh.
If anyone is just now tuning in to the channel, by the way, 2 things that you should know. First of all, we're doing a dice giveaway tonight. Be sure to get your tickets. Second of all, Sam always rolls well in this campaign, and we're waiting for him to shit the bed.
Not this time.
Not tonight.
13?
13. All right. So you look both ways. You go to the window, have a quick peek. You go to the door, have a little listen. You do not believe you are being observed.
Okay.
It's helpful.
So she has requested for our help. She has requested for us to take out the leader of the Red Band Ruffians in exchange for 100 gold.
Wow, a piece?
Split between whoever
Oh.
decides to join.
Well, that makes more sense, honestly.
Yeah, I wish it was 100 apiece. That would be quite pleasant. But
Quite indeed.
Oh, yeah.
beggars can't be choosers, and I am quite the poor person, so I will not complain against gold.
May I
As long as
ask
I
the
know.
reason for the secrecy?
I don't know who's with these Red Band Ruffians, and I don't know how many people downstairs might be apart and listening to our conversation.
So you
Good point.
believe that, or at least Halia believes that the Red Brand Ruffians have infiltrated the city,
They're
the
everywhere.
town. Okay.
Yeah, they do run, like, they are pretty much an organized and brutal group, apparently, where they're pretty much taking over everything. And the townsfolk is already struggling enough as is of it being a small town out in the middle of nowhere, so them dealing with all of this on top of it, they're not surviving well. So would you guys like to help? Because I think I'd like to stay.
Oh yes, I think that's a wonderful idea. I actually just acquired some. I'm about to acquire as soon as tomorrow, hopefully, some red fabric that should be this right color if we are attempting to break into headquarters. If we need to do anything like that, we do have disguises on the way if we need them.
I
Oh,
like
really?
the plan.
That's good. Did it cost much?
No, it was actually free. Yeah.
Wow, what a deal.
That.
Indeed, yeah. Your girl can get some fun stuff when she tries her hand at things.
You should tell me about that later.
Emmanuel leans over towards Ventress and says, I don't like the way she said that.
I don't either. There's something sneaky about it.
I don't like it.
I don't really know what you're talking about. What do you mean? Anyway,
Well, since helping Miss Holly would align with us helping the town. They seem like really nice people, and like, hey, why not kick some more asses while we're at it? Am I right? But
We like
also,
kicking asses.
I would like to point out that we still have not found Gundren, and I'm starting to get worried because that person has promised me a lot of stuff, and we need to make sure that we find him before he gets killed by something else. Because if he, basically, we just need to find him.
Say, Trilina, the runner of this establishment said that the miners' exchange, Halia, I believe, had been basically run dry out of their supplies from the that one guild that you really hate, Nia. I'm so sorry, I forgot what it was.
The Lion Shield Co-Star.
Yeah, the bitches. So they the Lion Shield Co-Star, it seems, has been either stopping sending shipments or someone's been infiltrating their shipments. So I believe if we find out who someone that's infiltrating the shipments, who I believe to be the Red Brand Bandits, I believe we will also find Gundren. I think our foes are one and the same.
Or I can just get some more clients for myself. You know what? I'll do both. I like that idea.
You can accomplish both. If you can show up there and you show off your really nice, fancy
network
shit and your fancy swords and...
I mean, hey, business is business, am I right?
You're doing demonstrations, everybody loves a good demo.
There.
Demonstration of effectiveness. It works.
Fine line between demonstration and infomercial. Just make sure you stay on the demonstration side.
No, an infomercial like the dirty commercial where you shit on the competitor. Like...
What?
Figuratively.
Me.
Anyway.
She said dirty commercial and I was like, what type of fucking web? What do they air on Russian TV?
You first of all, you don't want to get into this conversation right now. Oh my god, that's a
I was so confused.
We'll get more editing later.
Ooh, boy, okay.
Cut to commercial.
Moving forward.
Not infomercial. Cut to regular commercial. Good American consumerism.
I mean, okay, since we're on the topic, I do want to make a connection with the mysterious red band that is taking over the town's economy. I'm just saying, are you making some parallels here?
No.
I'm just saying.
I'm running the game.
I mean.
Let's be honest, Rob's not really in charge of anything.
No, God, blame wizards.
The Lion Shield Stars, Walmart, and the Red Band.
They are blue. You're right. Oh my god.
Okay.
Wait,
Just random thing. When you go to Walmart in Canada, everything in a Walmart that is blue down here is red there.
I didn't even know there was Walmarts up there.
Yeah, like all the rollback signs, the branding, like the stripes on the walls and the floor and everything. Like anywhere you would see the vests, everywhere you would see blue is red. And I feel like I'm walking around a Target and it just kind of throws me off a little bit.
I was gonna say that sounds like a Target.
I believe that. Wow. Wacky.
It's just I feel like I've stepped into a parallel universe that is so like my own.
I was gonna say that actually. Yeah, it feels like a weird parallel universe.
That's what Canada is, didn't you know? Canada's a parallel universe.
Where everything's a little bit cheaper and Walmart is red.
And politics are different. Anyway, Nia suddenly remembers the red cloth and is like, wait a minute. There's a thing that I wanted to do for a long time. It's like, I'm calling it the Mind Sharpener. Do you have these cloths right now?
No, I think I'm gonna get them tomorrow, possibly.
Cause I have an idea how to make this even more effective, but I'll let you know.
Okay. So when we get them, we can field that idea. Are we gonna do anything else this evening, or are we just gonna, try and get a good night's sleep before we go and, stab some bandits or something?
I think I might go downstairs for a little while and poke around for some information before I go to bed.
Okay, well, don't get in any trouble.
Please. I'll try not
I don't want to. Appreciate it.
I think I'll go with you this time. Like,
actually,
you're right.
Oh, okay. Well, if we're gonna make it a group effort, let's we'll have a nice little group fun time.
Bit of drink, maybe some cards, a dice if they've got it down there.
Oh no, we're going in a tavern.
There is certainly room for dinner which none of you have eaten yet. So if you
Exactly.
guys want to grab a bite and do that together, and perhaps schmooze while you're at it, you could do.
Oh, we'll do that.
Do that.
I love a good
Schmooze.
pub.
Schmoozing time.
Sorry, come again?
What?
It's schmoozing time.
What?
That's a very different version of the Power Rangers. It's schmoozing time!
Time.
Business
Have you ever
card.
seen the Power Rangers? And people make references all the time, and I just have no idea.
Oh, by the way, Pet bless his soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JDF, buddy. Anyway, let's not go too far down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, no.
So,
Right story. Let's get in trouble. I mean, what?
if you desire, there's an opportunity to go to your various rooms to kind of wash the dust of the day off of yourselves, to kind of get yourselves together, to put down anything that you don't want to be carrying around with you, and to head downstairs to get yourself a meal. It's still it'll be an early dinner for all of you, but you've had kind of a longer day, and it might be an early night for all of you as well. Excuse me. You smell that some manner of dinner is cooking. This is going to be the kind of place you quickly realize where they might have some stuff on the pantry, but there's pretty much going to be the prepared entree of the evening, and you are likely to eat that or your own food. It smells to be some kind of a rustic stew going. Carrots, potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Oh, that's so good right now.
And
Oh,
Yeah.
so, and as you will come to find out, kind of a meat medley of bits of venison and bits of beef and just what they had. You smell bread baking, which if you eat as soon as you get down there, you will have to wait a moment for the bread, but the stew is ready to be served, and you guys situate yourselves. The tap room is not incredibly full. You quickly find yourselves a table and are served. You all have a line of credit through Sildar for at least the first evening that you are staying here, as you'll recall. But you are very much on your own for dinner, if you wish it, although you all did just get paid. So for the stew and a roll, drinks optional, everyone's going to be spending 4 copper pieces.
Well, are we wanting to split up the gold, or are we wanting just to have someone be our carrier? Because
Probably better if we split up the gold and then we can get paid tomorrow and split that up again as well. Nobody has to worry about owing anyone else.
True. Be the easiest. We all have whatever we brought here plus 10 gold from the Gundren's provision, not Gundren's provisions. Goodness, I'm
Sildar.
terrible with names. Yes, the
Barthen's
The other one.
provisions. Thank you.
How am I remembering it? This is scary.
So, if you were all on D&D Beyond, I'm sure you all know, you can just go to your currency and type -3, or how much did I say? -4
4.
copper pieces, and it will do the math for you, and as though you had received change for your transaction.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
you
not
can.
do it for me.
D&D
Okay.
Beyond, it works.
I'm in D&D Beyond.
So 4 copper.
Yep. Otherwise, just note it down somewhere, and we'll handle it during the break or after the game.
We'll figure it out.
Few faces come and go as you guys are eating. Sildar comes down as you guys are being served your food. He has taken his opportunity to clean himself up a good bit from lying on the ground in a goblin cave and getting stuff kicked in his face. He has... You note that some of his bruises that are forming on his face and other visible parts of his body have been somewhat concealed, as though he has access to some basic cosmetics, or at least has a friend that does. He says, Hello. Oh, that smells quite nice, actually. I was about to be on my way to visit Armin. I hope that's still warm when I return.
We will keep the seat warm for you as well.
Thank you. Did everyone get settled in?
It's exceptionally well, thank you.
I believe so, yes.
Good. Well, I shan't be long, and I'm not going far, so I will see you all shortly. And he is out of his armor. His shield is not with him, but you note he still has his sword slung at his side as he leaves.
Would you like backup, Sildar? I know ever since everything that's been going on, that it's not really safe to be traveling by yourself, like we were saying. I'd be happy to go with you.
And a good point you make. I should just be crossing the square. I don't expect it will take me very long at all. I reckon I'll be alright, and there's frankly, bereft of worldly possessions as I am, there's nothing more they can take from me, so I'm a pretty poor target at the moment.
Take your life.
Yeah, that's
saying, that's still worth something, I think.
True. I did not get the impression that this lot were murderers, more brigands and thieves. If I am wrong about that, and I may be wrong about that.
I mean,
Perhaps I'll
hey,
join you for dinner.
There you go. Hey,
That's
maybe
delightful.
let's all go for a pint, huh?
Oh,
No,
Can you handle a pint, dearest?
Oh, darling, please. I can handle 5 on a good day.
Oh, okay.
Maybe smelling them.
yeah, like the bubble's probably in time.
where would it go?
Where does
She's
it
like
go?
crossing her arms, standing on the table. Does anybody want to go?
Yes, let's go right now.
Got it.
Oh, goodness.
Dearest DM, I believe this is something we have actually discussed as a part of the backstory that Nia can actually
Yep.
quite handle herself when it comes to this.
Well, you're certainly
So-
experienced, and you are
Okay.
capable of drinking to keep up with a small creature in spite of your size. So yeah, if you're wanting to go toe to toe with other people,
Let's go.
you stand a decent shake.
Shall we?
Oh, sure, yeah. Right, round for round. What's your poison?
Let's go with the classic. Do we have some good ale? And she's like yelling at the bartender.
Tyria, how's your potato?
Thank you. I'm really
Hoblin says,
enjoying it, you know.
Oh,
good ale. We have ale.
Ale is ale for these folks. They'll be drinking a lot of it.
Oh.
Well, one of us will.
Yeah, you're right. One of us will. I'm digging myself a hole and I know it. Oh my god.
See, he knows you're cashing checks that you can't cash, you know.
Oh, we'll see about that. What's the test on this?
It's
What do we
constant.
It
roll?
would be you're basically poisoning
Constitution.
yourself, so it's
Yeah.
Constitution saves. So
Get your
I'll-
cakes.
you guys have just eaten. You have food on your stomachs, so the first few are not going to affect you. You'll be paying for these. Is there? This is just Rob being, chaotic. Is there a wager like the loser has to pay for all of the rounds, or?
We're just having fun for
Just
now.
having
I
fun
think
for
next time
now.
there's gonna be a wager.
Manuel's goal is really just to see if she can handle a normal person's amount of alcohol. He just wants to see if she can do that and not die.
As fair. So,
Oh my
um,
God.
I'm gonna say this is really not great drink, so it's not gonna be terribly expensive. But it is hooch, kind of out here in the sticks, so it is.
Gasoline.
Well, it's ale, not liquor, so it's not that bad, but it's certainly drunk for effect more than flavor. So he brings you these frothing mugs, and you are welcome to go to town. It is probably at least 2 drinks before either of you start feeling anything. And they're going to be, let's say 5 copper per. So both of you are down a silver for now, and now we can start competing with number 3 if you want.
Let's do this.
Tyria leans
Right.
over to Zentris. I'll put a silver on the pixie. I'll put a silver on the pixie.
You know what? I'll take you up on that offer.
All right.
Only a silver because I'm not super confident.
Roll.
Sorry, Nia.
So I'm gonna.
Thank you.
All right. We're on. I'm gonna keep track of how many rounds we've done. This is round 3. Both of you roll a Constitution saving throw. So here, for the benefit of the chat, here's how I'm doing this. The DC for the 3rd is low, and you are not stinking drunk if you pass, and then it will go up, and then it will go up, and then it will go up, and the first one to fail, or if both of them fail, is declared the loser. All right. DC for drink number 3 is only 5. Did both of you pass a 5?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. You guys both knock back your drinks. I will say, just based on how much can be fit in a mouth at the same time, Emannuel can drink faster.
Oh yeah, no.
So,
But it's not a race. It's not a race. So
It's
not
about the
sprint,
journey.
It's a marathon.
It's about the journey. So Nia's like making eye contact. She just keeps going.
yeah, you have to turn. You have to turn to make that eye contact.
go
That's I think the last thing you got there. All right, round number 4. You guys are still fixing each other in a steely gaze. Emannuel, with the 4th drink on the way, she has. I mean, there are
She's holding.
cheaper dates in medium-sized creatures.
Don't use that word.
Already, that's fair. There are. The experiment is already successful. Now it's actually potentially a contest.
Now, you see, yeah, that's.
Oh,
I just want to give you some internal narration for Manuel. Like he's sitting there thinking, he's just like he's genuinely he's going to ask one of these out loud, but he's thinking, where does it go? The science doesn't hold here. Just the sheer volume. Like there's this.
Yep.
She drinks, 4 or 5 of these. Volume.
Very
Where
magic.
is it actually going?
It's magic.
It's
Tyria's over here
bigger
like,
on the
do we
inside.
need to get her a straw? Do we need to get like a special fairy straw? Like,
And,
we
like,
need to
he's
make
still-
5 straws and bundle them up.
He's still confident he's going to win, but he's just thinking, he's just like, am I going to get this fairy killed?
Zentris and Tyria, you note as they are getting a little bit more competitive, that the people in the bar are kind of starting to take notice and just kind of like,
Oh god. Oh no.
Toblin is no longer bringing the drinks. The kind of flighty young barmaid is bringing them over now with the big braid. And she was the one, when you came in here earlier, who was half bussing tables and just kind of humming to herself and in her own world. She comes over and is dropping off round 4 for the pair now. It's more Constitution saving throws. DC 10 this time. Remember, you
Passive
have
flying
inspiration if you need it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm solid. That's a 22.
There you go.
Nia's just like, she's like diving into the cup at this
Killing
point.
it.
Number 4, no problem for Nia.
Levi looks nervous.
And all good.
No, 17.
Oh.
Wonderful. All right. That is round 5 on the way.
Oh, God.
I failed. I failed both times already, so
Were you guys were competing? Were you? You were just.
Oh,
watching?
I wasn't competing. Tyria was just watching.
That was
Just
interesting.
throwing money on it.
on my second drink, I'm just like, oh, I need to stop.
Zentris is just out.
My body is a temple, and I'm pouring sludge all down it.
This is
Goodness, yeah. I mean, fair enough. So, round number 5 sat down before the 2 of you. Let's see if any. Let me know if you cut it close. The DC is not going to go up by 5 every time, but it's going to go up to 15 for round 5, and then it's going to get incrementally harder.
Manuel now has to ask her. He says, "Be honest. Where does it go? Is it like fairy magic or something? Is it Is it teleporting somewhere? Because, I mean, I'm not a mathematologist or anything, but I don't think you can fit the sheer volume. There. How? What is happening?
Nia lowers the 5th cup, already empty because that's a total of 21, and she looks over and she's like, nah, Artificer, keep up. And like her voice gets like lower as she does
goodness.
this.
Emmanuel,
Right.
also, don't you know it's rude to ask a pixie where everything goes?
Oh,
That's actually a very good point. Thank you, Tyria. I love you.
All right, well,
love
I
you.
simply ask out of concern of not killing you for sheer inflation.
Sildar leans over to Emmanuel and says, That's a pretty good question. There could be some kind of magic involved. You make sure she's on the up and up. It's not, make sure it's a
Yes,
fair
you
contest.
cheating.
Are you
Yes.
saying I'm cheating? Why
Yeah.
don't
Yes.
you give yourself a cup, huh?
He's not in the competition.
Quite
He's
fine.
watching.
Yes, with
He's
vested
a-
interest.
He's a bystander who's a part of the audience.
How did your cup number 5 go, Emmanuel?
Oh, 19.
19?
Nice.
You guys are good.
Nice.
You're welcome to call it off and shake hands at any point, or you can go on to cup number
Fucking
6.
Going for it.
I'll go
Nia
for it.
extends her hand and is just like, so what do you say? Have I proven myself yet?
Right, and honestly, I'm concerned you're going to get killed. But yes, you've done well. I'll call it a draw.
Respectful, sir. And she extends her hand to shake, and as you shake the hand, she slumps over a little bit while the hand is being shaked.
Well, then, I see we have our answer. And that's all I needed out of it. That's enough for me.
Afraid to lose, are you, Emmanuel?
Ooh.
That looks like a
Utterly-
little...
So Nia, roll a d4 for me, please.
Oh god, okay.
I knew it.
4?
A 4? Okay.
You know
I
what
am
it is
scared.
for a D4, right?
No, you're fine.
Oh.
Good. So, but everyone, you wagerers get to keep your money because it was called a draw, and it was 25 copper for the pleasure of the contest between the competitors.
Okay.
Damn.
Perfect.
As you guys look over, there is. At first, it looks like there is a fuzzy mushroom at the edge of the table, a fairly large one, and you realize it is the curly mop top of a halfling child who has hoisted himself to the edge of the table and is just barely peeking over, staring wide-eyed at the 5 of you set at the table. He kind of insinuated himself between Sildar and Tyria and is just all eyeballs at all of you.
Nia
There, friend?
jumps. Nia jumps and stands in the fight ah! Who's that?
The curly hair disappears as he is startled and falls. When you're a foot tall, the 3-foot table is kind of a little bit of a drop. And he scampers away and is ducks under the tablecloth of the next table. And shortly you see 2 eyeballs poking out from underneath it.
Well, hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
Crap. You hear
I'm sorry, what?
your voice from the other side of the table. It is not. It's carp. Who taught you that? Sorry, carp.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Carp.
Who's you?
My name is Zentris.
Hey, interest.
These are my companions, Emannuel, Nia, and Tyria.
Hey, panions.
Howdy.
Hi.
Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. You just scared me a little bit, maybe.
He trundles out and puts his fists on his hips and didn't scare me. Carp's
Of course
unscarable.
Okay, that's adorable.
Absolutely.
You're adorable, aren't you, bud? I tousle his hair.
What's adorable?
You.
Then yes.
There we go.
So what you need from us, little buddy there?
I don't need nothing. You just look funny.
You look funny.
No, I look adorable.
According to them, but not according to me.
Ooh.
It's subjective, honestly.
He points at Tyria and says, she call you a liar.
I suppose you two should fight now, and we'll bet on it.
Yes!
No. No thanks.
Oh, not so fun when the other shoe's on, is it?
Excuse me, hey, you two volunteered to be in this fight? I'm just been relaxing.
I
Carp
think
looks
you
down
had
and-
what would be called aggressive moderation.
Carp looks down at his halfling feet and he's not wearing shoes and tries to work out the saying. Where you from?
Nice. That was ominous.
Dominus.
Yep, you're right. We came from ominous.
Wanna play?
What? Sure, maybe. Depends on
Tyria wants to
depends on what
play.
we're playing. What's play specifically? Please?
What's your game?
What games you know?
Oh my gosh.
I know
I
them
mean,
all.
there's
You've done
dice.
I'm good at them.
There's dice, there's card games. What do you play? Marbles?
Oh, don't get the child into a bunch of gambling.
Gamble with a exactly. Thank you, Nia.
You could do a non-gambling version of all of those.
Hey, if you want to
Be
gamble,
fun.
you gamble with me.
I know hide and
There we go.
seek. I know tag. I know Red Rover.
Ah, the classics.
No
Well-
pickup sticks.
Hey, why don't you and Tyria play some hide and seek, huh?
Oh,
Okay.
Great. You go hide first, and then I'll come find you.
Okay. You have to
Okay,
close
go
your
hide.
eyes.
I'll close my eyes. Tyria just puts her hand over her eyes. It's like 2 inches out.
He leans over his interest. Close them.
they're closed.
You gotta count. Hi.
1, 2, 3.
He runs out the door.
Okay.
Nia
Moving on.
suddenly like taps. Nia aggressively taps Tyria. Wait, it's like getting dark, and he like ran outside alone. We probably should.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You got me into this mess, Nia. You're the one
Okay,
that
yes.
said that I should play some games with him, alright?
Ooh, maybe card
was
games
gonna-
wasn't such a bad idea after all.
I didn't know he was gonna.
Safe.
Fine. Nia
Indoors.
flies up.
Do you want to go get him?
I will rush out the door and try to see
Nia
if
too.
I can see or hear him before he gets any further.
Nia flies out as well, just trying to get to the kid.
Okay. He is trying his best to move quickly and hide, and he is actually he is a fairly good hider, but he's also a dumb kid. But I'm gonna give him a chance to roll. So
Okay.
the two of you who ran out the door make perception checks for me.
Need you to go hide this time. Okay.
Oh shoot! Okay, damn, my world's on fire. Finally.
Cool. Did either of you get over a 5?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I rolled a 2.
Oh, this poor
So-
kid.
Is he hiding behind like a twig? They're like, haha, I can't find me.
It's in.
So
No.
this
He
Like,
is
I see the side of his soul, like
he is
Oh.
running like full tilt.
Like
He's
Big Bird.
trying to keep like visual barriers between the two of you, but he hasn't stopped moving, and he's just running generally northeast, kind of along the edge of the square, he's,
Gonna-
he's got tiny little legs, and Zentris can basically move as fast as he wants now. So it wouldn't be difficult to catch him if you wanted.
I will. Yeah, I'll catch up to him. Be like, hey, you can't be running outside like this.
Are you hiding too?
No. I
ye-
scoop him up.
Yes,
His
we are
legs keep
hiding as
going.
well, but we found a perfect place to hide, and it's inside the tavern.
Oh.
Cause think about it, right? There's no way Tyria is gonna be looking for you somewhere in the most obvious spot, right? So, like, say we go hide behind the bar, for example, Persuasion check? Question mark.
I mean, he's
You're
what, 5?
trying
It
to
can't
get
be
this
that
kid
bad.
into gambling, alcoholism.
Trying to make him hide and not die on the street because there's like a band going around.
Note
He
to self, don't
he
leave kids around
squints
Nia.
and like scrubs the bottom of his nose with a forearm. Says, "Okay."
Okay. Let's
I will throw him on my shoulder just so he's kind of like sitting up, and then walk back to the inn.
As you're
Hey,
going, he says,
I want to do that too. Nia also flies and sits on the other shoulder.
More than welcome.
"I know lots of great hiding spots, though. I'm very good at hide and seek. Comes with being durable."
You were so fast, bud. You were. I almost didn't catch you.
Pip is bad at seeking. I always hide from him. He never finds me.
You're
'Cause I
quite
am
good.
small.
Tyria definitely lost this one.
Yeah.
Who's hip?
Pip. Pip lives there, and he points at the Stonehill Inn.
Oh. Pip? Who's Pip?
Pip's Pip. He's a boy.
He's a boy, like your age.
No, he's bigger. Makes him worse at hiding.
I'm
Oh.
trying to remember. Is the Stonehill Inn the one that's like we're not supposed to go into?
The Stonehill Inn is where you were having dinner.
Okay, great. Because I remember there was the other inn that were like not. That's not great. So
Yes, that is the Sleeping Giant.
Sleeping
Oh.
Giant. There it is.
Well, let's go see if you can play with Pip, because I think it's about our bedtime here soon.
Agreed.
Pause
Okay.
on there. So, Manuel was making sure the waitress knew that we weren't skipping our tab, and he's sauntering outside because he knows you guys are fast. So at this point,
Oh God, no! You're right. We like literally flew out
Yeah.
the door.
and he knew that. He was
I
just
feel
like,
like we
"You
ate,
guys
like,
are gonna look like
bounced."
thieves." He's like, we're not stealing." And so he reaches on him. So, Rob, if we could have a quick interaction, he leaves like maybe a dagger. He's like, "This is important. I'm coming back for this. I have to go get them. We're not stealing."
Oh. She like takes the dagger, like she doesn't really want to touch any part of it, but she has to hold it.
Just as a way of showing we're not stealing, I'm coming back for that. I just need to make sure they don't get lost somewhere. Ridiculous, They chased after a child. You understand?
Uh-huh.
We'll be right back. So, just a second. And now you'll see me in the background. Like chasing children in the public, are we?
I will walk through the door at that time, and then be like, "Found him."
Oh. Well, you got away from me. Good job.
Let's see. So maybe if I suggest cards or dice, it's because I don't want children to run off in the dark.
Yeah, like you knew he was gonna run outside right now, huh?
No, but I knew I could control where he went if I was playing dice.
Nia has a point.
A halfling woman walks over and kind of reaches up and requests the kid, and getting him, she gives him a sharp slap on his little overall behind.
Ow!
Says-
Oh, yes, okay.
Yes, the carp. And says, "Carp, I told you to quit running off, and all Tarnation is a dangerous town right now. goodness, you're so hard to keep an eye on. Thank you, mister. She looks up at you. It's
Yes, absolutely. I'm happy to help.
really, really appreciate it. Never have children.
That's unfortunate. But okay. And I will just turn around and walk away at that time.
Carp
Nia, the
looks
whole-
at you and
as-
gives you a big blink because he can't control just one eye yet.
As
You suspect she cares for the kid and whatnot, and is just is speaking more out of frustration and relief than out of a genuine sentiment. But she takes the kid by his wrist and leads him back to a table and sits him firmly in a chair, scoots it all the way up to the table so that he's kind of pinned there, and puts a big bowl of stew in front of him.
I will go sit back down with Tyria and Emannuel and finish my meal before we go to bed.
Potatoes.
Nia's still on your
Little
shoulder.
stew.
All right.
Children.
Meal is finished. Tabs are paid.
I
As
get
you
my
guys,
dagger back.
Yep.
Mhm.
As you guys have sat here and drank a little bit, finished your meal, the sun has set, and Sildar kind of reconsiders and thinks maybe he'll go to see Harbin tomorrow. After all, it would be rude to call so late. Doesn't really want to be wandering around after dark with all the rumors that you haven't personally substantiated yet. So he retires to his room, as I imagine do all of you. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Right before we do, Nia looks over to the mother and the kid, and then looks back to the rest of the party. Guys, just while we have the opportunity, like she still feels like really thankful to someone specifically, and she gives a glare to Zentris because she also tried to help. And then she goes, but what I'm trying to say is that it seems that she, has heard the rumors particularly. I think we need to know about this group as much as we possibly can before we try to ambush them,
Yeah,
Don't say that out loud, darling.
I don't think we should be asking a mother of children.
She was not trying to be quiet during that conversation.
Oh no.
Just you over there going, shh.
Exhibit.
Okay, yeah, sorry. You're right. But
We either
I'm
need to
saying-
talk about general quest shit when we get upstairs.
The
There
troll
was an
actually
inside voice and an outside voice.
Yeah, okay. What I'm saying, she's theatrically whispering now. What I'm saying is we need to go talk to her while we have a chance to,
Then let's just go talk to her. Okay? And then Tyria will turn and kind of gesture to Nia, lead the way, we'll follow.
And Nia just starts making her way towards the table.
Yeah, you guys kind of cross the tap room and make your way to the table with the halflings. Carp is just absolutely tucking into his bowl of stew. Very, very easily focused on a single thing at a time, and right now it is filling his face.
Correct.
And the woman is, having finished her meal, is kind of trying to have a little bit of her time and relaxed time, while almost absent-mindedly cleaning the kid's face with a napkin every few bites. But her attention comes to all of you as you approach. Oh, hello? Was there something else?
No. Well, yes, asterisk. Nia?
Yeah, it was my idea. I might as well. Hi. Sorry to distract you during this time. I know you're busy and your hands full and stuff, and kids. Okay, you gotta love them, kids. You need to
Always,
feed them.
always hands
Hey.
full with Carp. Carp is a spirited and energetic young man, and
Oh,
it's graying me before my years. Let me tell you.
We have noticed how energetic he can be. Don't worry. But I just had a quick question for you because you seem to mention something about the town. Like, we thought maybe you might know some more things about what's actually going on. Because you see, we're new here, and we just want to be aware of the dangers. Because I think we're going to be staying here for quite some time. Well, not quite some time, but some time.
Long enough to be a problem.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh well.
You're welcome.
I'll be happy, of course, to tell you anything that I know. What is it you were worried about?
So you know about obviously and she whispers now, the red scarves, if you will.
Yes, I know it's not a terribly big secret, but we're aware.
So what's their deal? Are they just stealing money? Are they harassing you guys? Are they destroying things? What's going on?
Oh well, a little of everything, I suppose. They're rough and they're intimidating, and they've been violent, and they use threats of violence, and bullies. Bullies is what they are. But they're not afraid to put their money where their mouth is, as it were. There was a fella, Thel, who lived around here. He was a nice man with family, and he had enough, and he stood up to him, and well, I'm glad Cop was playing with Pip, because Cop Honey, and she has a quick little conversation with her son, says, I think there's worms crawled into your ears again. I see one's head poking out. Can you try and fish those out? And he immediately digs his fingers into his ears, and she turns to you so she can talk a little more candidly. Says,
That's a good one.
They beat him bloody right in the middle of everything, in front of everyone. And they dragged what was left of him off. Right back out into the woods. We haven't seen him, and his family disappeared the day after. We haven't seen any of the Dendras in some time, and we know who's to blame. And none of us want that to happen to our loved ones and our families, so we're for the most part trying to stay out of their way. And if they want a little money or a little food or a little drink, then it's not worth it. What would happen trying to stop them? Look, Cop's already lost Daddy. He doesn't need to lose a mommy, and I can't stand to lose him, as annoying as he is.
Nia seems genuinely flustered by the heaviness of the burden that it seems that this town is carrying with such grace, if you will. And after a moment, she just looks back to the party and then looks back to the mother and is like, well, you see, it just so happens that we had already dealt with a fair share of bullies. So, we might be somewhat professionals in this manner. Right, guys?
I wouldn't say professionals, but we are invested in the well-being of others. And then, she turns and gives a sharp look to Nia, don't say anything stupid.
She takes a second to realizes she said too much. It's yeah, so, but thank you for warning us about this. We will definitely keep an eye out and make sure that we're not putting ourselves or anybody else, and then she, gestures with her eyes to Carp, anybody else at all in danger.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. Now, listen, you look, I'm no spring chicken anymore. I see how you're dressed. I see how you carry yourselves. Your types were used to getting their way too. And you seem like nice people, and that is a good combination for folks like me and my boy. But I'm sure you also have people that love you and that want you safe. And just be smart, please.
Thank you.
I didn't find any worms.
Well, that's good. You don't want to find any, honestly. It's when you find them is
Yeah.
when it's trouble.
I mean, earworms, you know, they'll get things stuck in your brain.
Ew.
I know, like
That is
stuff. I don't know.
that is why, and Nia like jumps in. That is why you need to finish your meal to make sure there's no more space for those worms. You know.
Yes, vegetables keep them away, and homework, and parents.
Nia like looks at him like, really?
Vegetables
If you fill up your brain.
live in your brain.
No.
No, they keep it out. Never mind.
Like, you know, you eat them and they like fill up your head, so that way there's no more space for the worms.
That's not. Oh my god. Oh.
This child.
You're gonna find him with a carrot in his ear the next day. Like, look, it works.
Oh my gosh.
Look what
my
I did.
gosh. Ah.
This is fine.
This is why people in the Middle Ages know nothing about anatomy. This is
Yeah,
why.
Because of characters like us, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yep. We're responsible for the Dark Ages. Fact.
Yup.
We did it.
And it's only the 4th episode.
All right. She introduces herself to you all, by the way. Her name is Kellen. Kellen Alderleaf and her son, Carp.
Helen?
Yes, she is already in your NPC. It is spelled really funny.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I'm not gonna remember that spelling.
I see it. Yeah. Yeah. It is.
She also lets you know that she has a farm towards the edge of town. It's a little bit of an orchard, and that you are welcome to come by or stop by if you have an inkling. If she's not here, she's probably there if you're looking for her.
Okay.
With that, she kind of bids you goodnight and collects Carp and takes them home since it's getting to be his bedtime.
Makes sense.
Bedtime.
It's late for everyone, honestly.
Yes, I agree.
Agreed.
Well, then, can I? Which of you are morning people? Just so I can know who to expect up to be. You, I'm a morning person. Okay, so 3 out of the 4. Great. Nia, take the time you need. Take the time you need.
I'm going to sleep. It's like she smiles like, ha, and then like curious face. I'm going to sleep.
All right, everybody up.
All right, bedtime.
Okay,
All right.
let's go ahead and move to a long rest from there. You guys have doors that you can lock. You're welcome to keep watches if you want, but this may be an opportunity for just a good old-fashioned sleep.
I'm a fucking sleep though. I will offer as we enter and look at the bed again, Tyria turns to Nia. Would you like the bed, or I can take like a couple blankets and a pillow and make like a nice little bed on the table? Or I can. What would you prefer?
Honestly, I see 2 pillows. Just give me one of the pillows, and like that's good.
Works for me.
Like
Yeah,
it.
cool.
Thank you, though.
Manuel, do you want to share the bed? Do you want me to sleep?
And they were roommates.
Oh my God, they were roommates.
Honestly, really don't care. I'll sleep on the floor, I'll take a bed, I'll sleep in a tree. Doesn't really bother me.
Doesn't bother me either. Sleeping with another man doesn't bother me. So.
All right then. I'll take the left side. You'll take the right side, and that'll be all then. Bob's your uncle.
And
I don't know
we'll
who your
meet in the
uncle is.
middle.
Butt to butt. Let's go.
There's so much shipping going on in this channel. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, just you wait for. Hey,
Everyone-
we need the art.
It is.
We need the art.
All right. I think we're just long resting.
All right. During the break, we might trade out some spells. We'll recover some hit dice. We'll make sure our hit points are up to full. And everyone in the chat can have an opportunity to watch some cool art and listen to some music. If you have not yet entered our Hollow Dice giveaway, we will be doing that. Since I didn't talk about it enough before the break, I think we'll do it at the end of the stream. You don't have to be present to win, but you do have to be present to enter, so make sure that you're getting the tickets now. I'll put the link in the chat once again as soon as we flip over. And we'll be back in, I don't know, 5-6 minutes. See you soon!
Bye!
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Misty Mountain Streaming. We are back from our break feeling refreshed. It is delightful. I see Grimforge is in the chat. What's going on, Peyton, man? We got people coming to your neck of the woods this weekend. You might be too busy dadding to interact, but John's going to be up there. If you're able to say hey, I hope you will. As Grimforge correctly shows, we are doing a giveaway today for another set of hollow dice. One's not available on the website, so please get yourself a set. Go ahead and buy those tickets. The tickets don't cost anything, just points earned by watching the channel, by following, subscribing, and all that kind of stuff. We currently have 148 tickets purchased from only 10 entrants, so if you get in and buy a handful of tickets, you could be, odds aren't bad for you to be the lucky winner. Yes, Dancer is here, and Dancer has already maxed their tickets out. Well done, you, sir. Alright, let's get back into the game. So, you each wake in your respective rooms, with varying degrees of difficulty, depending, as you previously confessed, on whether you consider yourself a morning person or not. You get dressed for the day, prepare your spells, spend a little time in meditation and prayer to get that done. Just choose your weapons and what you're bringing with you for the day, and head downstairs to gather. Sildar has not joined you yet this morning, either still abed or perhaps an earlier riser than you, one way or the other. He is not with you at the moment, but the four of you are gathered, and breakfast is a quick affair of fruit and porridge that is made available to you.
Okay.
And the day is yours, as is the town of Phandalin. The rest of the tap room is empty. There's no one else that spent the night at the Stonehill Inn. As it was confessed, you are the only visitors to the town, it would seem, that don't have lodging secured elsewhere. And everyone else is presumably at their own homes or already about their business for the day. So you have the room to yourself.
Alright, first order of business, we need to find Gundren. We've rested, we took as long as we need to, we gotta figure out where he's at.
Well, do you want to go to Barthen's and go get the rest of our money first?
That's a good point. Does anyone want to come with me? I'll just go by myself and hop over real quick.
I'll just run with you quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
Pop
try
over,
to
grab it, and then get on with our day.
Sounds good.
Right, so who was it coming?
All of us?
Kind of like
So-
we're
everyone.
going together.
Sure,
Yeah.
fine. Well, let's go then.
Alright, you guys make your way to Barthen's Provisions. As you were walking up, the lad you met yesterday, Zentris, the red-headed freckled kid named Aspen, has a little rucksack thrown over his shoulder, and he's like taking long, lanky strides, and when he sees you all coming, like hastens his pace so he can meet you guys in there. And when you guys enter the door, once again, the bell above the door rings. And he has just kind of had his time to, like, scoot behind the table as you guys come in. Hey, hi, good morning. Welcome to Barthen's Provisions. Welcome back. Hello.
Hey, how are you doing today?
Doing wonderful. How are you doing, sir?
Doing well. We were just wondering, can we speak? We need to finish up the rest of our business.
Yep, sure thing. I'll get him right away.
Thank
And
you.
he will duck out of sight for a moment and return with Elmar, who has a little parcel under his shoulder. And he's kind of smiling. He sees, his eyes fall over all of you, and as they get to Emannuel and Nia, he kind of scoots the parcel behind his back. Says, oh, hello. Hi. Good morning to all of you. How's every old little thing going? He, like, moves to the table, and you see him, like, scoot the package under the desk.
Insight
things
check.
are just going lovely. And I'll
What'd
kind
you-
of try
What'd
and
you say,
bump.
Nia?
Sorry, Nia.
I was gonna say, sorry, my bad. I was gonna say insight check.
Oh,
Something fishy's going on here. Gee, I don't even know.
Yeah,
You
Emmanuel
can-
thinks that you're flirting with him. Is like, are they a thing? What's going on here?
You can roll insight if you want, Nia. You don't need insight to tell you that he is acting suspicious. But
wanna understand-
maybe you can learn more than that.
No, I can't. Cause wait, I don't think even with adding my modifier, it ain't gonna help much because the total is 5 because I rolled a 2.
I mean,
Oh.
he's not acting. It doesn't remove the fact that he's acting cagey
Weird.
about the parcel, but you don't know like who he's trying to hide it from or like the mood and the intent behind it or anything. Just
It's the why.
yeah. And then what did you
Vibes are
say
yet
or ask,
unknown.
Tyria? Tyria, what did you
I was
say
going
or
to
ask?
say.
Yeah.
Everyone's just doing lovely. And she will put her like arm around Nia in the air a little bit and give her a little shake.
Diddle-ling-ling.
Ah, that's
Not like
del-
that. It's like a
yeah.
Oh,
She
that's
like
delightful.
almost
Good
stumbles
to
over
hear.
like, huh?
Smacking a gyroscope.
Just-
That's. And then she squints and looks at Tyrion and she's like, I get it. Okay.
That is excellent. Well, I'm sure you're here for this. And he like kind of quickly glances over at Tyria, but puts a little sack on the countertop, and it clinks slightly as he sets it there, and pushes it forward. The rest of the promised payment for delivery and services rendered.
oh, perfect. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Of course,
yeah.
of course. Gundren left that here before he left for anyone who he talked into coming in for all this. I've been keeping it very safe for him all this time.
Well, thank you for that.
Glad it has a recipient.
Really, really appreciate that, Barthen. Can I insight check him? He's acting fucking weird about this.
Sure.
I also just want to roll a
Gee,
d20
wonder
'cause I
why
haven't
he's
rolled yet
acting
this
weird
round.
about this.
Yeah, what could possibly give him cause to be so fucking weird?
What?
Rose.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. He's uncomfortable.
I will
Yeah.
With an 8,
Alright.
there's not a lot more.
Fair enough.
I'll take the bag and rummage through it real quick to see what all was in it.
Seems to be the other half of the 40 gold. It is 20 gold pieces worth of gold and silver.
Okay. And we divvy it up. Then. Well, thank you, Barthen.
Oh,
you have-
absolutely. I don't believe I've had the pleasure of speaking to you two very much. This is Barthen's provisions. When you think of good goods, you think of Barthen. And he nods to Emmanuel. And
10%.
if there's anything that you need as that you didn't bring with you, please feel free to have a look around. I have quite a variety of chandries here.
Well, is there any specialties that you have?
No, not exactly. Just my specialty is having a little of everything.
Right, jack of all trades and goods. There's another one.
Oh, that's quite good. I like the good goods better one though.
Well, I've got a hard one for you.
Oh, okay.
Would you have a grappling hook?
You know, not a lot of call for that. I could have a look around if you have a minute.
Climber's kit of any kind?
Yeah, I think I could cobble one together for you. Yeah, we got some old spikes and whatnot.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
So he's gonna set about rummaging and assembling the various components that would compose a climber's kit for you.
Okay, perfect. How much would that be, Barthen?
I'm looking it up for you now.
Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom.
All right, so a climber's kit. He does have everything that you would need there. It would be 25 gold pieces.
That's a lot.
Oh,
Hey,
never.
Shit.
A grappling hook would be 2 gold, and he has 1.
I will get that one grappling hook. 'Cause
You could come in handy.
Absolutely, he is happy to sell that to you for the price as listed. And you can add it to your sheet on D&D Beyond just by going to your inventory and clicking around.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, sir.
Look, absolutely, always happy to help Fringe of the Rockseeker brothers. Oh,
We really appreciate it.
could I 1 second, and he leans down and puts his arm around Aspen's neck and like whispers into his ear for a second, and
Oh no.
Aspen like his eyes go wide for a second and he nods and says, hey, big mister and little lady, I was wondering if you could help me with something out back for a second. Some of the stuff that you guys brought in yesterday looked a little bit damaged, and I was wondering if I could, if everything was all right or how you remember it.
Well, damaged. Don't you worry. I'll be happy to help you fix up some stuff.
Yeah,
And
probably
he,
like the goggles help you see, right?
She's very good with fixing things and all that.
if you will. It's only my life's work. And saying that, she proudly starts to fly up.
Cool, great. If the two of you would follow me, then please. And he heads out the side door.
And Emmanuel kind of looks back, just quite subtly. He's like, "What?"
She just whispers, "Just go with it."
Yeah. In Emmanuel's mind, he's like, it feels like everyone's being held hostage, and he doesn't know why.
Can I
Can't figure it out.
Tyria just in case? No.
Just go with it. It's fine.
Oh boy.
All right. So yeah, I follow out, I guess.
All right.
Oh dear.
God.
A couple of seconds after y'all are out of sight, Elmar quickly pulls his parcel out front of the countertop, sets it down in front of Tyria like he's trying to pull the world's fastest drug deal. Says, "Here you go. I hope it's all right. I did the best I could on the short notice. It's
I really appreciate it. It's probably just fine.
I just didn't want it to be put it in front of them in front of them and make them suspicious in any way. I know it's probably going to be a surprise
Really
anyway.
appreciate
It was all that I needed to tell you.
Thanks. And I'll take it and put it in my bag.
This is interesting about this.
That's-
Oh my god, that is so cute!
What is going on?
I'll just fish out a silver from my bag and say, "Do you think this is enough?"
For the happy couple, sure.
Okay, there you go. And I'll hand him a silver, drug deal style, and then go back to pretending to peruse the shelves until Emmanuel and
He reaches
come
out and
back
takes
in.
it, and as he does, you notice his hands are decidedly pinker than they were yesterday.
Oh,
Oh my god! I feel so bad about this.
Oh, do you now?
He cannot know that this is a lie! He cannot!
Tyria feels a bit of guilt
how
and
much-
consider.
Say, can I roll a perception check for how much I've noticed that?
You
Please roll high. Come on, Sam.
You didn't really interact with him yesterday, did you?
I mean, I brought in all the stuff.
Yeah, he did. He talked to him.
True.
Sold him some pelts.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say, I'm sure you will notice that his hands are pink, but that they are pinker than yesterday, I wondered.
I'll take it.
What did
20.
you roll? Yeah, you think this man has been around Die quite recently.
Oh, wait. Yeah, sorry. 24. Sorry, not 26. But yes.
Same
Ow.
answer.
Sam coming through.
Bonkers.
There it is.
Okay, so since I noticed that, I will smile at Barthen and I will gold coin onto the counter and walk off.
Oh, well, Thank you. Oh, wow. Puts that in the pocket.
Remove from D&D.
For the rest of you, Aspen like walks out and takes you to the back of the loading dock and like puts his hands on his hips and looks around. Like, well, I guess Mr. Barthen moved them. Look, if he moved them, they're probably fine. I'm sorry to waste your time. That was all there was. I must have been confused. And he like gives you a big smile.
Okay, I'm gonna do an insight check again.
Sure.
Maybe this one's gonna roll better.
Remember, you do have inspiration and guidance if you want it.
I wouldn't want to use it on this just in case we end up in another
It's
troll
true.
hole.
Bigger
13.
things.
13. This kid, whatever his motives were, and you're not sure, you know that this kid just wanted you outside of that room and made up a bogus story to get you out here, and is really pleased with himself for having done so.
Nia's face drops and she yells, "It's an ambush!" And then she starts flying back, whipping out her crossbow.
Manuel goes for his bow. He's like, "Where? What?
Whoa!
Where's it at? Who you see?
Aspen jumps
What's going
behind
on?"
a barrel.
She just starts flying back into the shop. Like,
Whoa!
Elmar has
Yeah.
prostrated himself behind the desk with his hands on his head because he heard someone shouting about an ambush in a town that is very much besieged.
Nia, what's going on, dearest?
are you guys okay?
We're okay. We're okay. Are you okay? What's going on? I'm starting to draw my sword.
Oh, this is awkward. Everything. He just seemed like. Sorry, my bad. And she like puts away the false alarm. It's fine. Sorry. Get a little jumpy sometimes.
Sorry, I know you said
Slow.
false alarm,
Size.
but for some reason I heard fossil arm, and that brought a whole different image into my head.
Alarm!
Fan art. Let's go.
It's the new weapon.
Don't give me any ideas for the inventions.
I'll hit you with my prehistoric time.
I deal prehistoric damage with my fossil arm.
Now with added calcium.
There it is.
We gonna get
All right.
Jurassic up in this bitch. Okay, so
Man.
calming yourselves, you gather yourselves. Elmar is a little flustered after that, and noting Emmanuel's relative composure and support of Nia in that moment. Support is very, very important. I think you're gonna make it.
Well, I should certainly hope so with a job like this one.
Oh, absolutely, and it can feel like work sometimes. I know.
This is the best conversation ever. This is.
I mean, hey. It's like it's important though, like, cause come on, you gotta uphold the community together. You need to make sure you provide safety, right?
Oh, absolutely, it's incredibly rewarding, and one of the most worthwhile endeavors. Best thing I've ever done with my life.
That's what I'll walk up to Emmanuel and
Of
put
course,
my
I don't.
hand on his shoulder
Not
and go,
anymore.
that's why we're all here together. So it's a group effort.
Oh,
And
My,
Nia's like,
that-
yeah, we're a pretty good team.
I dare say you are.
Emmanuel hasn't figured it out yet, but he knows that we are not having the same conversation. They
Yeah,
need
has no
something.
idea.
They need something else.
This has gone
and he's on another
terribly wrong.
page. He doesn't know who means what. He just knows nobody's talking the same conversation.
Well, look, I know your time is valuable, and right now I'm sure you have a lot to do, and I don't mean to keep you. But in whatever all of you are doing from here on out, I certainly wish you luck.
Thank you, Barthen.
Right, yes. Right. And he puts his bow and arrow back down.
Can't wait until we hear those bells and just walk off.
I lean into him and say, like, what are you talking about?
You know, the bells you hear before you die. You know, just
Nia
Judgment bells.
loudly. You mean the bells inside your head? Because nobody else hears those.
no. All right, we gotta work on this then.
Yeah. Tyria just kind of gives a.
I feel like I should roll for psychological
shoves it
damage
out
at this point.
before this gets
Yeah.
worse.
What nice young people.
That's right.
So you all are exiting Barthen's provisions, freshly paid and with a new grappling hook and a parcel of unknown something hopefully red.
Something.
You see, as you are exiting, that Sildar is walking towards the Stone Giant Inn. He's coming from that officious-looking building across the square. He doesn't seem to take notice of y'all. He's kind of he's stomping a little bit. He looks upset.
Something go wrong?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Good morning. Hello.
Yes. Good morning to you.
I got up this morning to speak to my good friend Harbin Wester, with whom I have been acquainted for nearly a quarter of my life, who has locked himself in his damn house because he is terrified of the state of his own town.
Windows,
Rather
aren't
than
they?
lift a finger to help anyone, has barricaded himself in and wishes not to deal with any of this, thinking that it's just going to blow over.
Hey, Sildar.
What?
Does the house happen to have big windows and a chimney?
He kind of looks over his shoulder. Yes?
Great. People, position yourselves around the windows. I'll be right back. And Nia starts to fly towards the chimney.
Here comes Nia, here comes Nia, right down that chimney.
He's gonna just covered in ash.
He kind of throws his hands up as Nia goes. Says, I could have broken in, but what's the point? The man's not going to help.
Can anyone even follow her at this point? She's so small and fast.
Yeah, I think she's gone.
Not unless any
I
of the
guess
rest
I'll-
of you can sprout wings and fly.
I'll chase after her to make sure I can
Yeah.
break the door down if I have to. Somebody needs to.
So Nia, you were on your way to one of the few other two-story buildings in the town. Much like the Miners' Exchange, it has a fairly fresh coat of paint, like people keep this building up. But you notice as you're approaching it that it is entirely the facade of the building, the front-facing side. The sides and the roof are a little bit more in disrepair from angles that you can't see from the square. There is a chimney going through almost the middle of the building, and there are windows on every side on both floors.
All right. And then Nia just starts to fly up through to the chimney.
Okay. Going to the chimney, you have the
I'm
opportunity.
hoping it's the right house. I just realized, I'm like, wait.
That was pretty. Yeah, it was indicated. You're going to the right place.
Thank you. I was like, here comes Santa.
So fireplaces on both floors share the same chimney. Through a little bit of clever piping. So you are going to follow a tunnel, basically, down to a random fireplace. So just roll a d4 for me.
Okay.
Always those D4s.
Yeah, it makes me nervous. 1.
1. Okay. You pop out, based on the distance that you traveled, you wager an intelligent woman like you. You're on the first floor. And you seem to come out... Whoa!
Carry on, pretend you didn't see that.
Just a little bit of
That
chaos.
genuinely startled me.
Oh, goodness.
It gave me the sense of falling. I'm like,
A little bit, yeah.
This is
Woo!
an immersive
Exactly, it's immersive
experience.
storytelling.
Have a sip of my coffee here.
This is Nia flying through the chimney.
So you pop out, Nia, and you are in a parlor. And the parlor has cushioned furniture, has an attractive and probably antique coffee table. There's doilies on the furniture. Curtains are drawn for the windows. That's pretty standard as you've been going about Phandalin these days. But you can see through the curtains that the windows have been boarded up. Not with, like, 2x4s from the store, but looks like broken pieces of wood from goodness knows what. There is a bearskin rug on the floor, and you're reminded of the big old bar that you saw yesterday. This one is nothing near the size of that thing.
This is one rich bitch.
There are 2 doors heading off of this room, and you are alone in it.
So Nia jumps out of the ash and like starts to rub herself off. Like, do they like never clean the chimneys? Like, come on! And then she looks around and sees the boarded up windows. Like, oh, I did not think that would be in the way. Okay, I'm smart. I'm smart. I can figure this out. And she's going to fly up and try to find a way to like detach those boarded up windows so she'll be able to open the window.
Okay. Did you bring any manner of tools with you today?
Nia always has her tools on her. So it's at the moment I have a glass blower, jeweler's tools and thieves' tools.
Okay. Thieves' tools will have something akin to a crowbar in them. So if you want to sit here and pry boards off of the windows, you can do that.
So what Nia's going to do, she's going to hook the tiny crowbar to the nail, and then she's going to tie a rope around it and find like either a loop or like something she can tie the rope around. So instead of like actually fighting the nail itself, she can actually pull the way through the rope, and that way cuts like the need to get the weight out by half.
Okay. So you're basically making a makeshift pulley kind of thing.
There it is, yeah.
Okay. You do so, and you fly back and forth and go for the next nail on the next board and the next nail and the next nail. As you are doing this, you become aware that one of the doors has opened, and you see a man in very, pretty plain clothes, frankly. But wearing, like, this outer garment, kind of state, like this robe over the rest of his clothes that is, this plum colored, like, not royal purple, but, like, and he has a big medallion strung about his neck as a symbol of office, but his beard is disheveled, his hair is a little crazy, and he is holding a crossbow in shaking hands that is leveled at you.
Imagine he would be, yes. Was that B&E?
Nia slowly lowers.
Who are you and how did you get in here? Get out of my house!
Can he see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Great. Okay. Nia slowly lowers the crowbar. Is like, I suppose the regular, it's not what it looks like. It's not gonna fly here, is it, huh?
You're not supposed to be here.
I know, but hear me out. I was trying to help my friends. We're here to help
you and your friends get out.
Okay. Let's calm down. Let's see. No weapons. Nothing. Would I be breaking in here if I had any weapons? No. So therefore, I'm not breaking in, right?
not how breaking in works, babe.
Uh,
That's not how that works.
I want to pick the lock to try to get in the door because I hear the screaming because I'm trying to save her.
okay.
Oh no. This is gonna be bad.
So-
this is a bad move.
You've got thieves' tools as well.
I'll break the door if I have to, but I'm trying to be quiet to get the jump on whatever the fuck is about to happen because I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, you can make a thieves' tools check. It'll be your proficiency bonus and your dexterity plus a d20 roll.
Do I hear the door starting to go?
No, I'm being pretty quiet here.
Hopefully he's
Okay,
being
okay.
quiet. He's just picking a lock.
Okay.
And there is a lot of shouting.
Nia's still like holding her hands up, like, hey, listen, I promise, what can I do to prove to you that I'm not here to like steal or hurt you or anything like that?
Leave!
Okay, sounds good. I am heading out, but I need to head out through the door. You know, if you could open the door for me kindly.
That door stays closed. You leave how you got in, or I'm putting a bolt through you.
I am afraid that's
how'd
not
that
going to
roll
work
go?
because you clearly cannot take care of your chimney.
What's the proficiency I add to it?
You have a proficiency bonus at the top of the sheet. It should be a 2 at your level.
Then I have a 15.
A 15. You feel the tumblers fall as you wish them to. And you start to push on the door and realize that that is not the only thing preventing the front door from opening.
Ah, son of a bitch.
A cautious or paranoid man has tried to secure this portal against entry by multiple means. It is either barred or barricaded or both.
Guess we're going loud and proud. Roll for strength, because I'm assuming I can hear the yelling. Do I need to roll for that? Because it sounds
No,
like it
you
should
can
be
hear
loud.
the yelling.
I can hear it. All right. I look back at them. You know, I don't want to whistle for real. I can do it. I don't want to. I let them know I'm going in. Something stupid's happening. That's my signal, and I'm going. So strength check. I'm assuming for the door.
Yeah.
The
So
second time you need to save me. I'm sorry, guys.
you're a smart fella. You can try and like break or move whatever is on the other side by brute force, or you can like try and like attack it to pieces.
We're going for speed, so brute force bust. Doors
Okay.
actually are really easy to break, so all it takes is a little bit of strength. So that is a 11.
11. All right. You're first. You throw your shoulder into it once, twice, and you feel this is an old door, and it is starting to give, but whatever is on the other side of it is holding firm to the 11.
And this whole time, Nia's like, I promise this is not what it looks like. And then someone starts to break into the door like, okay, listen, hear me out. We're friends of Sildar, and he told us that you are hiding here to avoid meeting with the Red Scarfs, which we are not affiliated with in any way. We're actually here to help the town because we're trying to get rid of them because they're annoying, and we're also trying to find our friend Gundren. And I'm here I promise I'm only here to fucking help!
So you need to make a persuasion check, and you need to do it at disadvantage because you have broken into this man's house through mysterious means and are taking down the defenses that he has put in place to protect himself.
So here's the deal. I would like to use my inspiration to counter that disadvantage.
That is fair.
Ooh.
Thank
So
you.
it is a straight
Because
roll.
my first roll was not good, so I'm not going any lower.
Oh no.
I inspiration as well, and so that way you can have the
So there's
inspiration.
It's only one, right?
one use. So no matter how many instances of advantage you have and how many instances of disadvantage you have in 5e, any disadvantage and any inspiration cancel each other out, so don't burn yours as well.
Okay.
I did signal the party. Are we having a reaction time of them being like, hey, something happening here? Because I'm working on this door.
Can I come in flying, kick the door too, with my strength?
You may do that. Let's hold on it until after I hear how this roll went for Nia, because it may or may not be as necessary.
Okay.
12.
12. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the 12 not being enough to convince this very suspicious man. So, his shaking hand steady somewhat as he raises the crossbow up, and let's have
And he just
initiative.
goes, "Oh, come on!"
Let's have initiative from everyone.
Oh,
Oh god.
God damn it, Nia.
I'm sorry. Oh no.
oh no. I'm not rolling good tonight, guys.
What?
I know.
Sam?
Oh no.
Lost it.
I'm gonna go ahead and use
Yo,
my
I need you.
inspiration because that was a 3, so I'm gonna try and do better than that.
Oof.
No,
That's
keep it
better.
at 3. I'm also at 3. Keep it at 3.
Oh my god. I need to.
Katya. I need a
Okay.
drink. This is ridiculous.
You see,
I'm
you
getting
see,
a drink.
You know what's the kicker? The kicker is that literally in the Artificer's known description, it says, "Hey, as long as you survive past level 1 and 2, you'll be fine. There's better abilities, better hit points, and everything." I am concerned about my odds now.
I
Should I
mean-
say more concerned?
And fairly so. Alright. Did anybody get above a 20?
No.
Who is 15 to 20?
That's better.
Emmanuel, what did you get 15 to 20 or above for your initiative?
13.
13.
Oh, do I get a plus on that at all?
Dexterity.
Dexterity. Oh, so 15. So yeah,
Okay.
with the plus.
10 to 15. Yo, what'd y'all get?
I got a 10.
12.
Nice.
Oh, I'm a 15, so yeah.
Yep. And Nia, you said
3.
3.
Oh, Nia, darling.
So, thanks to the inspiration that Leo got for me at the start of the game,
Oh no.
Harbin gets to go first.
Leo, why?
Oh no!
So, Nia sees the crossbow being. Nia sees the crossbow and is just like, "Oh, come on!"
Honestly, you stepped into this.
I did.
That is going to be a 15 to hit as he lets fly with the bolt from the crossbow.
Oh, oh,
I should have kept that enhanced defense on because that's a hit.
That is a hit. Okay. I did not have damage dice out for this game.
now you do.
Nia, Katya, didn't you say that you were the reason why Roll20 ends up being pulled up? You know,
I told you. I told you guys. Literally every time.
Every time
Nia
she does
says-
this.
No, it's fine. I'm
Yeah,
going to break and
okay.
enter into a
You don't
man's
need to
house
laugh.
who's clearly terrified, and it's going to be great.
That's why I started chasing after her immediately. It's like, we're all in big trouble now.
So it's going to
Indeed.
be, let me double check that I'm doing the right. It's damage for a heavy crossbow real quick. I think it's a D10.
I do not know.
I don't mess with a lot of
It was a
crossbows.
heavy
Yeah.
crossbow too. Fuck.
So it is. Oh yeah, he's got that town money. So it's 7 points of damage.
Okay, not bad.
Oh,
Not bad.
Gosh,
I'm
that's
fine.
bad.
It's bad, but it's not terrible.
Fair enough.
I'm
We're getting
basically
in there.
back to my level 1 hit points at this point.
Oh,
And-
darling.
He after firing that, he drops the crossbow on the ground, turns, and runs into the hallway.
Is there anything that what has the crossbow hit? Because I would imagine it's also just a pretty big thing for Nia too. So
It's, I mean, given the mechanics of the
usually-
game as we were playing them, it is wieldable by you. Thanks to
I mean, fair enough.
But yeah, it would have to be. It had one bolt loaded in it, and it is expended.
Got it.
And you hear his foot's falling on boards as he retreats. And it is now Emmanuel's turn.
What exactly do I see in front of me at this point?
A door.
Do I roll for strength to kick the door at this point? For the record, I'm aiming for the to the left of the door handle. That's where the weak point is on this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know weird things.
So for the benefit of you and the chat, there is an oaken board, like a bar, going behind the door, and then there is just a good old dining room chair propped up against the handle as well.
We're gonna reach in.
So we gotta have access to that first. So if you're just trying to brute force it, it will be another strength check. Or there are windows that, I mean, you will discover are boarded, but breakable.
Problem. But breakable. It's gonna be the same problem either way I go. Windows are probably easy to get through with the boards. All right, let's go and kick them in.
Okay.
Come on,
I think that is probably a good call too, because breaking a plane of glass and interacting with the board directly is probably simpler.
It's that heavy board.
Also, Nia's right by the window.
So you,
there's multiple windows, right?
Oh yeah. So you kind of got a sense of where all that noise was coming from, so you believe you have selected the appropriate window, and lo and behold, you can see kind of between the window pane and the curtains there are a couple of boards, and one of them is like dangling on a remaining nail and basically ineffective for what's going on. It is no check at all to pop your elbow or hand through and shatter a pane of glass. Nia, you hear that in the same room with you. And then there's effectively a board in your way that you can either just try and get your frame through the window around the board, or you can try and pop it out.
Probably pop it out at that point. It would take a lot of effort to get through the window, so...
Yeah. Okay. Another strength check. DC's lower.
17. Oh, I didn't add anything. +3, so that is a unnat 20. It's a dirty 20.
All right, you go as far on the board as you can to one side of the window, close to the nail as possible, and just strike it with your palm, and you hear a squeak as 3 nails leave the door frame, and a little bit of the window frame, and a bit of the window frame comes with it as you pop that out, and you have a very accessible window.
Good.
All right, a little bit of your movement later, you are inside the room with Nia, and there's a crossbow on the floor, and there's an open door heading into a hallway of some kind. Nia looking slightly bewildered.
I look at her and I say... with
a crossbow bolt.
Are you fine? Did he hurt you?
She's like holding onto her side that is kind of like gushing with blood, and she's like, he went that way!
I'm really more concerned with getting you out of the man's house that you broke into, so how about we just leave them and deal with it later, and let you not bleed out in the place you shouldn't have been in the first place?
I thought we agreed to the same plan. I almost had the window open.
No, we didn't! No, you talked, you ran off, and you went after him. We tried to stop you. I chased after you as fast as I could, but you're very quick.
Who tried to stop me?
You couldn't hear...
Agreed. Even Sildar agreed. Also,
No.
please help me. I'm like, this is kind of hurting.
I approach the corner to make sure nobody's coming after me, and then I see that it's clear. I put the bow away, and I scoop her up, and I walk out. This is going to absolutely, make Rose's plot line, look so much better here.
Just crossing the threshold.
Just feeding it.
Oh my god!
Right. So as I'm carrying her out,
Launching her wounds.
fireman style, like this, I've got her like you saw me with the kitten earlier, and I say, "Tell me, does all the brain cells work for repairing things and nothing else?"
Yes, but also we did have a plan.
Well, we're done with that plan now, and I'm walking towards you guys, who I'm assuming are now at the door.
Yeah, there's...
Standing there.
If you guys are not planning to enter the house, we're out of initiative for all intents and purposes. But that is entirely up to y'all. You have a bleeding friend now.
Could...
I have false life. I can just cast it. I'll be able to get myself, but just didn't have a turn yet, so...
Okay.
10 HP, babe. You don't need to.
I mean, yeah, it is temporary, so...
Well, my thought here.
Look, all hit points are temporary in D&D.
Yes. Yeah. It's true. Spoken like a true DM. My thought here is there was a house we weren't supposed to be in the first place. We scared a guy we needed help from. I don't want to fight him. He sounds like somebody we need to have it as an ally. So no, I don't want to have a combat encounter with the person we need to have allied with us. By fighting him, we're not going to get him to join us.
No.
Hey, listen. Hear me out. From what I could tell, he's genuinely just really, really scared, and that probably means that he must know something about these bandits that nobody else does.
Yes, and that makes absolutely perfect sense. However, you did scare this very terrified man in a house.
How else were we gonna talk to him? What's like slide an envelope under his door? Like he's not gonna jump away from that?
How about we make sure you don't die first, and then we worry about that? Sound good?
Sure.
At this point, I hand Nia over to.
Bickering. I'll take her.
Yeah, I hand her over to Tyria. And I'm just like, take your best friend.
Nia, do you need something? Are you okay? Will you be okay if you don't get any healing right now?
I'll be fine. Don't worry. It's okay. And
Okay.
she like tightens up some like wrappings to like stop the bleeding for a bit, and like it's not gonna restore any hit points, but like she's not gonna be actively bleeding at the moment. So.
Well, I did learn something new last night while we were tinkering. So just if you need to like, if you really need healing or something, I can try something new. Just
I appreciate it. If we do choose to go
Rob's
back there,
rolling, I don't
prefer
like
you
it.
hold on to this because we might need it.
I can also
great.
have potions too. So if
Oh
we
yeah,
get-
I forgot that we did.
yeah. So
As you guys are standing there, bleeding in the town square, Sildar is kind of catching up to you. And says, that was some decisive, if somewhat ill-advised, action. You're perhaps a good group to have around, but Harbin, as I said, I've known him for a long time, and this is very much unlike him. But he is he cares very much about the town and the people in it and the situation that he's in, but he is a coward. And I'm sad to say he always has been. I just would have liked to have thought that his concern for the public well-being outweighed his cowardice. And apparently I am disappointed to be wrong. If you're ailing, Nia, there's a priestess in the town, Sister something or other, I forget. She tends the shrine. You could see her if you wanted.
I appreciate it, but also I don't know. This just is not sitting right with me. I really feel like we should maybe try and talk to this guy.
I think you're right, Nia. I think we should talk to him. But more importantly, at this current moment, I do think we should see if we could get you some help from the local priestess, and then we try and communicate again with the leader of this town when he's calmed down a bit and not prone to shooting our party members with crossbow bolts.
I second that.
That sounds great. Let's get out of here before he comes back with something else to shoot us with.
I don't think he'll come back. I don't think he'll leave his house. I think we're fine. But
Probably right. Why risk it?
Yeah. Wait, just give me a second. Aside, how much would it be to fix a broken window?
Good question. I'll find that out. Whatever it is,
Sorry.
Nia knows it, because Nia would know that kind of thing.
So whatever is the sum, Nia takes it out of her pocket and like slides it on the side of the window. And it's like, okay, we can go now. Thank you. And
Sildar, where? I'm sorry.
don't listen to me anymore, guys. I am sorry.
Nia,
This is
you're
the
trying
second
your
time
best.
it's happening.
Is
I feel
anyone
like it's a
carrying-
pattern of behavior.
Is anyone carrying Nia at this point? Do you
I'm
got her,
carrying
Tyria?
Nia.
Okay.
I've got her.
So,
You're trying your best, dearest, and we're all learning. Sildar, where was the local priestess again?
He turns and indicates what is basically, to your mind, it's basically a lawn sculpture with some rocks piled around it. But it's a little statue. It's a little quite humble shrine, just off the town square, in a little culver. And then there is a house with a white door immediately next to it, and says, "That is the shrine, and that is the place where she stays."
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Right. I wish it's a weird name. I can't remember the name. I'm sorry. I tried to be good
Just
with names,
ask.
you know.
I'll just ask.
Right. I hope she helps, and I'm sorry. For the years that I've been with Harbin, I apologize that this is his reaction to all of this, and I will sternly reprimand him when I have the chance to do it face to face.
All right. Okay, so I will take Nia in my hands and just walk over to the priestess's door and just knock, 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 knock.
All right.
Hello?
You have reached this place, and you are close enough now to see the shrine itself and the little statue. It is crudely carved. Like, this is by no means a work of art, but it's good enough that you can kind of get the intent of what is trying to be portrayed. And it seems to be a miniature version of a slender young woman with short hair, wearing a very simple flowing tunic with high brown boots, or high boots. They've been like kind of colored, but it's really faded. There's just like hints of color throughout the thing. It just looks like a little, just a young lady. A very simple religion check to know who this is meant to be a shrine to.
Yeah, we'll religion it up. We will religion a such good religion of a nat 1.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Oh.
These
You
dice need to go in dice jail.
this, you mean you have inspiration if you want to use it. But you could also are probably about to find out in
I'll just
a
leave it be.
moment. Yeah.
May I roll?
Yeah, you may.
Unless you want to just I would make it 17.
That's
17.
That'll do.
Easy peasy. This is a shrine to Lady Luck. This is a shrine to Tymora. She is a patron goddess to adventurers and heroes, people who go out and risk their lives for the good of all, and who need just a little bit of fortune, a little bit of happenstance to go their way to make things right, and to have them come out on the side of good. This is by no means the nicest shrine to Tymora that you have seen. She's a very commonly worshipped entity, although she is depicted in very many forms. Likely, this is not one that Tyria has been exposed to very often. But yeah, this is a shrine to Lady Luck.
So Nia's still holding onto her wound, just like, ha! Well, this is appropriate. Yes, because it seems that I have not been getting along with this lady for quite some time. Ma'am? She's like, gestures to the statue almost like passively. It's like, hey, so where's that priestess?
So you knock on the door, Tyria.
Yeah. We
And the door opens, and inside is a very short woman, to the point where she is like, you wonder if there's some dwarf somewhere in the lineage back that way, but otherwise proportioned as a human woman. And she's dressed not too dissimilarly from the statue outside, in a simple white tunic and boots with a like a not twine, a corded belt. There we go. Took me a minute to get there. And has a white head covering draped down over her shoulders, covering her hair. And she says, "Yes, how can I help?" "Oh dear, you seem to be. Oh no, come in.
Thank
She's
you.
Midwestern. Oh yeah, sure, you betcha. Coming on in now, you said her. Hey,
We're going back to Midwest, are you?
She invites you in and sets Nia down on a chair, which is, of course, radically too large for her. Says, "Well, you've seen better days, haven't you?" It's like, need a bit of fixing up, do you? Is that why you've come?
Yeah, that will be lovely. Thank you so much.
Right. Well, give me a moment then. And she goes to the other end of the room and starts gathering things out of a cabinet. And kind of looks the wound, and if you permit her, she'll like get some clothes out of the way and inspect the wound. She makes a little, like, takes out a mortar and pestle and really quick smashes together a couple of herbs and gives you something to drink. Kind of steeps it in hot water. Says, and before she gives it to you to drink, she like dabs a little cloth in it, and the stuff that she's asking you to put inside of your body, she also uses to disinfect the wound. Says,
I like your style.
and as you drink, Tyria, you notice she kind of turns her back and puts her hands together and like quickly says a little prayer to herself, and between what she has given you to drink and a little spell she casts, that's as bad as I could have rolled there, but you're gonna get 3 hit points back.
I'll take it, thank you.
Thanks to the stuff that she has given you, if you would like to spend a hit die now to get yourself the rest of the way up, you can use one of your 2, or you can save it for later in the day.
I think I'll save it just for a little bit later, because I don't think we're going there anytime like soon, like in an active battle. So
Okay.
I hope so, but we'll see.
Then she turns back to you and unclasps her hands and says, "There, now, feel a little bit better?"
Yeah, a lot. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Tyria, and you too, really. And honestly, like the rest of you guys, the stuff that you're putting up with me, I really appreciate it. I don't know if Lady Tamora has some sort of grudge with me, but yeah, I'm happy that I'm still alive.
Oh, I don't expect that the good lady has anything against you personally, or unless you've done something that I don't know about. But how did you come across that wound? It's a crossbow bolt, wasn't it?
Yeah. Explain this one out loud.
Our dear Harbin Wester decided to unleash a little bit of, I would say, nervous-based violence against our dear little Nia here.
Yeah, and honestly, he was fully right to do that. It really didn't look good because it looked like I broke in when I wasn't actually breaking in. I was trying to.
It was
Anyway.
a messy situation.
Yes, she broke in with good intentions.
And with everything that's been going on recently, he just didn't take very kindly to that. And one
Go
thing leads
figure.
to another, and the crossbow bolt connects to the arm bone, which connects to the trigger.
We may have to have a little bit of a talk about medicine at some point, but I think I see the gist of what you're getting at. It's good at least, and this is going to sound somewhat heartless, and I apologize for that, but it's nice to see that Harbin Wester got off his ass to do something.
Wait, really? He wasn't doing much at all?
You see, we hold elections for townmaster every so often. You can never have the position more than once, and there's only so many people in Phandalin. and it just kind of came up to be his turn, and he's not impressed. But in all fairness, he's sort of having a bit of a rough time of it. This is the worst has happened to Phandalin in quite some time. Really not a fair shake. I guess maybe if anyone in town has disappointed Tymora, it might be him. Just terrible luck, that. Leastways.
Care to elaborate?
Oh, just no other town masters had to put up with the likes of the ruffians coming around.
Fair
Been
enough.
quiet.
We've heard some terrible things.
Most of them true, I'm afraid. Most of them true. At least I shouldn't expect. But hey, good bit of harmless breaking and entering. You never hurt anybody.
I would beg to differ, but thank you for trying. Well, may I... Honestly, I have a lot of questions to ask you, but, like, there's one main one that is just kind of bothering me. So, first of all, I have this, and I obviously have a whole bunch of my stuff of, like, why I think Tymora kind of hates me. But when it comes to you, because first of all, there's this leadership that's not doing anything. Your town is kind of running into a rut with all those bandits going around, and clearly, like, you are not in the best, maybe, graces, sorry to assume, but, like, why do you still uphold this temple if, you know?
Well, first of all, the girls just got to keep busy, and something like that sort of keeps me sane as all this is going on. Not to mention, the ruffians don't particularly bother me. I think they're afraid of what messing with a holy woman might do to them, you know, especially with Tymora. So, I'm one of the two people in town that they seem to leave alone, for the most part.
And who's the other?
That'd be Halia Thornton, over at the exchange.
Ah, yes, I've heard interesting things about her.
Manuel leans into Venture's like,
Have you now?
girlfriend.
Wouldn't be too nosy of me to ask, what have you heard?
Well, and I'll turn over and just kind of give Zentris the floor.
Well, mainly that she was having issues. Other common going of business that's going around in Phandalin.
To be sure, Halia Thornton concerned about business. That checks out.
Why is there... What are your preconceptions of Holly?
Miss Thornton is... Well, I find her unsavory. And I suppose I'll leave it at that. Not my sort of people.
And why is that?
I said I'd leave it at that, dear. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Fair enough. Well, we really appreciate your input and your assistance, and we shall be out of your hair, actually, very shortly. Thank you.
Wonderful. Now, if you find yourself in some bother again, I'm very happy to help again. My name is Sister Garel.
Sister Garel, thank you so much for your assistance.
Of course.
All right, let's go.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, and I suppose in this place you should say best of luck.
Fortune smile upon you too, dear. Hope it turns around for you. And don't take it too personal. She doesn't tend to stay mad for long.
Appreciated, but I'll keep Jesus. I'll keep you posted.
How unlucky!
This is a sign, guys. This is a sign.
Goodness.
What the hell was that?
Hello,
Oh
Playotic
my
Games.
goodness.
Thank you for the
This
raid
is Nia.
again. This is a couple weeks in
Like,
a row.
knocks her off her
Emmanuel.
glasses.
Emmanuel leans towards Tyria and goes, "You need to put a leash on her."
I'm not gonna leash her. That's so rude.
Can I roll something to say that I heard that?
Very
Sure.
quiet.
While you are rolling your perception, thank you, Raiders. Raiders, we have a giveaway for some free hollow dice from our company, Misty Mountain Gaming. I have them... Where did I put my bag? Oh, I took them out of the bag. I have them here. They have little dragons on them. They're an antique gold color, and they jingle when you shake them. We could... Let's see. I'll put the giveaway in the chat. And we probably got about 10 minutes before we do the drawing for the winner. So if you just followed or subbed or anything, you probably have some points with which to buy tickets and maybe win some stuff. So thank you all for being here. Less like a hammock and more like the dirt, they say.
Good way to sleep.
All
right.
How did that perception go? You hear anything?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Bitch.
You heard it.
You bitch.
It's like, did someone say something about a leash? Yeah, you better watch it.
I said it's time to leave.
Yeah, okay. And he just flies by, and again, she never uses her wings to fly. It's always the belt that like has a little bit of pixie dust coming out of it as she like proudly flies by in a straight line.
Oh, speaking of which,
Rob.
Leo requests another sub goal.
Oh,
Leo gave
yes.
out 10 more subs.
That's definitely a new stretch goal, Rob.
That is... Oh, what a night.
Oh, this is going up fast.
It is. It's gonna make it all the way to 25. That is our sub goal for the month already beaten. And newcomers. Thank you, Leo. Playotic Games, who just rated us now, Baby Mist, Avon's Wild Ride, and Jenny, you guys are all just some of the recipients of Leo's generosity this evening. This has been a big night for us.
Woo!
They like you. They really like you all.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Wow. Yeah, I will. I will look at my humble stash of giveaway stuff, and we'll grab another hollow dice set out of there probably for the Christmas season. Leo, a hero, is true enough. All right, just a few more minutes to buy giveaways, buy tickets for the dice that we're giving away this evening. I'll try and get them to focus in the camera here. Yeah, you guys are making your way around Phandalin. You guys have found lots of new
Have we
friends
found
and
the Lin?
problems.
Except he had the worst timing. Thanks, Rose. That was perfect. That's just Nia's ringtone at this point.
Dabs with gift subs as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, dude.
Whoa.
What a hero. Oh, that reminded me. Jack Daniels on Ice is a follower of ours. That's one of my favorite Twitch names.
I'd see it.
Rob shaving his beard sub goal.
Not a goal right now.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh boy.
That's dangerous.
But how am I going to play
suggestion.
Santa, guys? I got the belly and the beard right now.
Hey, Rob, I got an idea for a sub goal. Movie night with the group for that new D&D movie with Chris Pine.
Oh shoot.
Ooh, will we be able to do that while it's in...
I mean, we'd have to do it afterwards, but it's doable. We couldn't do it from theater unless you actually, you might be able to. Now there's ways. There's ways.
Remember, everything you're saying right now is being recorded, so I'll be careful.
Yep, let's
I'm
talk.
not talking about piracy. I'm talking about actually like buying the movie. You can do that.
Let's talk about that, as that should be something that we do, whether it's a sub goal or not, sometime in the future. Sarah gave out 5 more subs too. We may not get to play any more D&D, guys. We may just be talking about the generosity of our stinking community for the rest of the evening. What are we at? We started at what? Did we start at 10 tonight? Where did we start?
We started at 5 tonight.
At 5 tonight?
I think so.
Goodness.
Wow, friends. That's bonkers.
Wow.
There are watch parties and Twitch channels. It's interesting.
Wow.
Just make the beard shaving a year-long sub goal? I mean...
Shave the beard.
I mean, there is a face under here. We could do it. You just won't like it.
You're beautiful.
I mean,
no matter
who's to say? We don't know if we don't like it until we see it.
I actually think
I've known
like
him.
the half-inch beard is probably my best look.
He has a
But-
really good jawline, guys. It's admirable.
It's under there somewhere. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh?
It
Believe you. I
really does
believe
make
it's
me look like
somewhere.
I have extra chins when I have.
That
long,
makes sense,
long
yeah.
beard.
Well,
Anyway, so
Rifle
about
Stud
that
says
game.
Rob doesn't shave ever. Yeah, let's get a little bit of direction for what we're going to. Let's try and find our cliffhanger for the evening.
Yes.
So
Dun,
for
dun, dun.
for recap on threads you could possibly pull. By the way, I would like to. Would anyone, and it could be everyone, it could be one or two of you, insight check for interacting with Sister Garel.
Oh yeah, absolutely love to. This is gonna roll
15
so
plus
terribly,
plus what? Plus what? 16 total.
Rose, did you?
She got the 2-0.
I didn't roll a nat 20, but it's the best roll I've rolled in this dice since I
Ooh.
got it.
19.
What did we get?
17!
17?
18, sorry, after
Nice.
bonus.
18 was
18.
16 for Emmanuel, you said?
Yeah, 16 total.
Okay. Anyone else roll?
18.
18, nice.
Nice.
So we're doing pretty good here. Pretty good.
Okay.
Katya's looking smug.
No. I didn't even roll. You guys take it. I think
she's
Nia
smug
was just
'cause
way too
team
focused on
effort.
like talking to her.
Tia? No, that didn't work very well. I was gonna say Tia
Tania,
method, but that doesn't work very well.
Tania and Tamara.
Tyria? No, that doesn't work either. No, never mind. I'm just gonna skip it.
So, all of you, something different kind of stood out to all of you in that interaction. First of all, Tyria, Sister Garel took a glance at Nia's wound and knew it was from a crossbow bolt. Y'all didn't bring that up. She must be very familiar with
weapons.
and weapon injuries for
Okay.
a holy woman. Emmanuel, she's a complete stranger and she may have just been trying to make conversation, but it strikes you as odd that she kind of leaned in and took a personal interest when you said that you had interacted with Halia, that she wanted to know the nature of that interaction and what you had heard about her. She seemed pretty invested in catching that rumor and was trying to play it off as casually as she could. And Zentris, you noticed a stark change in her demeanor when she politely turned you down on offering her own opinions on why she and Halia didn't turn around. Not only did she flatly decline to answer, but she became a little bit more guarded, and almost her disposition changed, almost as though a facade were falling away.
Mm. Okay.
And at the end of that interaction, all of you believe that there is more to Sister Garel than meets the eye.
She's
Now-
a transformer.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a very interesting talk for Nia.
Now, the threads we could pull, Sister Garel, obviously suspicious, trying to come around with Harbin Wester and salvage the negative first impression that we have made. There's something going on up at the ruins of Tresendar Manor, and there's still something that you're still a little too far away to tell what was going on with the trees up there, if you recall.
It looked weird.
There's some you've been warned to avoid, the Sleeping Giant Tavern, something you could always freely ignore. And you can always just look for trouble and try and find some red brands. And Tyria, you have a parcel that is yet unopened from Elmar that may help or harm in different endeavors.
I believe I know what it is. So
Otherwise,
Jack
you
in the-
heard about a has-been adventurer on the edge of town named Darren Edermath. And you haven't visited the Lion Shield Coster yet, which has apparently been missing some shipments of weapons that you might know where are.
okay.
At this point, we're coming up on our ending time, and we have a giveaway tonight. So if you guys can come to a consensus on who is going where to do what for next week, so I have an opportunity to prepare. I think that is a reasonable goal for the next 2 minutes.
Right. Do we have any leads on Gundren? Because at this point, like...
We have the lead of the weapons manufacturer that I keep on forgetting the name of. That we know that the Lion Shield Coster should be receiving shipments and is not currently, and so I believe that we should pull on that thread, and Tyria was going to suggest going to check out the Lion Shield Coster and try and find and follow the missing thread of the, I cannot forget it, and it's, you guys know it,
them?
The them, yep, the them,
Yeah.
and try and get Gundren, and also deal with the bandits, the red brand bandits.
Red
They're
Brand
the same group,
Ruffian.
which I believe they
That's
make.
what I was gonna say.
Red Brand Ruffians, that's what it is.
RBR.
Check if those are the Red Brand Ruffians, and find Gundren. Hopefully all in one.
Hopefully all in one.
Good with
So-
that.
That's
And
what Tyria's gonna push for.
as my dad would say, one swell foop.
Yep. Alright,
Makes good enough sense to me.
that's what we're doing.
Before we go, I would love to have a conversation with, what was the priestess's name? I forgot.
Sister Garel.
Sister Garael.
Mm-hmm. I'll put her on our NPC list as you're asking.
Thank you. I
already
want
put
to
it
step
in.
up. I want to step up to her and chat with her for just a second, out of earshot of other people. I'm not trying to keep secrets, but I don't want to embarrass her, like reveal her information without her, comfort.
Mm-hmm.
I step forward. Say, I've not met many priests or priestesses who could identify a crossbow bolt just by looking at the wound. So you're not from around here as well.
No, I should think that'd be apparent by the accent.
Well, it does go without saying. Takes all kinds here. Are you a mercenary or a soldier?
Oh no, nothing so ostentatious, I'm afraid. Just I've seen my share of troubles.
Random adventuring ne'er-do-wells?
Folks in need of help.
I can tell you've helped a lot of people.
That's all I hope to do.
All right. That's all then. Walks away and he notes to himself, usually people who help a lot of people probably did a lot of hurting at some point. But he thinks that to himself.
Fair enough. That, I think, is a decent enough note for us to end on for the
Alright.
night. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
guys for playing with me
What an
again.
Done.
Yeah, lots has happened. I finally found the proper spelling for this, so I'm gonna drop it into our chat real
Chat it.
quick. Oh god, I hate that formatting. Hang on. Let's... I love... Paint Format Tool is my favorite tool in all of Google Docs, by the way.
Cleans it
Fair
up.
enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, guys. I think it's giveaway time. So we are drawing...
Giveaway time.
We're drawing for a single winner this time because our stretch goals, you guys continue to crush our stretch goals, which I'm always grateful for and impressed by. But our stretch goals were not additional giveaways this time. It was the pleasure of seeing me eat Swedish fermented herring, which is, again, on the way, and I can't wiggle my way out of this one any further. So, we're gonna go ahead and give them a test roll here before we're done. See how they behave. Mwah. Rip. Did not stay in my tray. Good sign. Well, good
You want to
news,
break
guys.
free.
They hate me, so they're gonna love y'all. That was a natural one.
Nice.
So they don't like dungeon masters.
Getting all those bad rolls out.
There you go. Number 2 is a 14. I got that one out of the way. It's primed and ready for everyone. All right.
All right.
Let's close this giveaway and draw some winners. We have 12 entrants, 181 tickets purchased.
Wow.
It is closed. I see the
It's the little mini drum roll.
The drum roll. is going to... Ooh! Avon's Wild Ride, new follower tonight. Just sneaking in at the end of it all with, oh my god, genuinely one ticket. And won it all.
Amazing.
That's wild.
Come from behind, underdog story from Playotic Games' community. Congratulations. These things are awesome. You're going to have dice from a community that you have no idea who we are, but I hope this is a good reason for you to stick around and find out. Thank you for I can't believe that. It's like when we had a giveaway a couple of months ago where Steve, my brother, was not allowed to win. He won 3 times before anyone who was allowed to win won.
Oh my goodness.
And he just put in a few tickets as a gag, and I hated it.
Well,
whoa!
It's statistically inevitable that statistically improbable events will occur.
Well, try and reach out to you on Twitch. It doesn't look like Avon's Wild Ride is here in the chat with us at the moment, but I'm going to pop the Discord link in the chat, so if you are around, jump into the Discord. It's way easier to communicate with us there, and we will try and get an address so we can send you some cool stuff. And if you didn't win, we're already giving away more at the end of this month, because we crushed our month-long subscriber goal in basically a single evening. Thank you very much to S-Jax and Dabs and Leo, who took us from 5 to a total of 33 for the evening. Wild Ride, you absolutely won! It's so much easier for me to communicate on Discord. If you would, scroll slightly back up in the chat and pop into our community Discord and say hello in there, and I will find you there and talk about how to send you these dice. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for the tips. Thank you for the follows. Thanks you for the channel point redemptions. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you to my players who have joined me once again and have not abandoned me yet. Hopefully I'll give you reasons to stick around. And in case you don't hear it anywhere else this week, my dear friends and adventurers, we love you guys so much, especially coming into this holiday season, a time to be grateful and remember everyone who is supporting you, and that, for me and us, is you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Tune in tomorrow night as we're coming back for video games, me and the Existential Nerd playing through Divinity: The Original Sin 2, and the rest of us will see you next week for more of the same.
Remember, a little dabble to ya.
Oh, God.
Stick around for a raid. We'll be back.